figured out that Idris Elba was British.
Oh, that fucked me up. That fucks me up.
None of us no caps for ya. That's another genre. I'm the black bomber, track charmer, sack burner, distract burdens. If it ain't that urgent, nerve prince, word sentinel, invisible, infidel, interstellar, hella clever endeavors, immeasurable with only heaven.
Music power. The right to dream. There are endless possibilities stretched out before him.
You have to trust in your own power.
What happens from now on? You stand firm and face your destiny without fear, but with courage.
What awaits him down the path, he will then have to choose.
No one's gonna give you a map. You've got to walk your own path.
The children leave their homes in search of this quest.
What is thy desire?
As they search, they are always asking questions. What's out there? What's waiting for me?
Why was I made? Who made me? And what did they make me for?
Are you gonna go up into space with your old man or not?
Maybe I'll never get over this.
I've lived my life following my dreams, and I don't have any regrets.
You're gonna just keep running away?
Just keep running away? I'm not running.
In yourself and create your own destiny. Don't be failure.
But yeah, let's continue.
Slice of life anime of the year, whack ass dress up darling, #1.
How is dress up darling whack?
I honestly don't like it.
This is a cosplayer who teases her boyfriend.
Yeah, that's just nothing but incel fuel.
Incel fuel?
Wow!
That
anime is so incel fuel. Let's be real on that.
Incel fuel? Really? Even though he probably fucks the girl at the end?
Probably. I didn't finish it.
I wouldn't say this is incel. I'll say this is anti-otaku stuff because, like, no, it's waifu. It's honestly a waifu anime. Let's all be real. This is made for like the character to attach to the viewer to attach itself to the main character, since the main character is like socially awkward and shit. But my theory still stands about anime.
Incel fuel.
Wow. So socially awkward people are incels? Wow. Dang. Go ahead, King.
No. That's not what I'm 100% saying.
Dang.
That's not what I'm 100% saying.
Hear that, socially awkward boys? You better man the fuck up.
She let me do what I want cause I'm bossy. She let me do what I want cause I'm awesome. Kylie beat, awesome, Jocelyn. We gon' get married like Nas and Khalees. We gon' break up just like Nas and Khalees. Bombings on my legs, Nikes on my feet. You gon' paint my motherfucking feet. I'm gon' paint her motherfucking feet. We gon' live amongst the elite. They came a long way from hanging in trees. My bitch hair long, look at her weave. All a nigga had to do was believe. Can I have some pussy, bitch please? Can I have some time to myself, bitch leave? Been going through some shit, can a nigga just grieve? Damn it, hoe, that's a new pet peeve. Thumb in her whole red bitch like sleeve. Chain on my neck, got cocaine on my necklace. Been in LA too long, I'm reckless. Yo, ex-girlfriend on my checklist. I don't never know who the fuck I'm texting. told me I'm the devil. Jagged edge, we walked out of heaven. Don't leave the crib without my weapon. These niggas snitch like, ooh, I'm telling. She like moves, I show her belly. Put my dick inside her belly. White bitch, she gon' dance like.
No damage, let's go! Take that!
Ignoring him and whatnot, and he's all like, "I lost a few pounds," and she looks at him. She looks up from her phone for like a second, and then looks back into her phone and doesn't really give a shit.
Wow, she doesn't or he doesn't?
Luna doesn't give a shit.
Wow, Luna, why she gotta be such a dog?
The fuck?
Best pun ever. Don't call her a bitch, call her a dog.
Damn it!
One lonely evening alone home, end up with carpal tunnel syndrome. It might seem
coming soon to.
You've just seen clout in action.
Why? Because fuck them, that's why.
Big faggot little cocksucker!
Hi.
Main system, activating combat mode.
Target destroyed. Concluding evaluation. Well done.
Get him up, let him get up, let him get up, let him get up.
Jerked you off at super speed so it's...
It might seem ill, feeling to be a dream guy.
ご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りしました。
You gonna say that, Gordon?
If you don't like English voices, why do you read manga English, bitch?
Aren't you trying to read
You're
Japanese
just too lazy
for
to learn
years?
Japanese.
What up, motherfuckers? Oh, wait. Hold on, guys. We're gonna have to watch some videos today, guys. Hold on. Just so I won't accidentally reveal porn, we gotta switch it like this. Was it opera? Yeah. It was opera. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Fucking today we're gonna be reacting to some fucking videos. Now I have some videos up. Some I watched whatchamacallit. I do have to rewind them when we get back. But we're gonna talk about two things today. One, we're gonna talk about VTubers, and two, we're gonna talk about video games. I think video games, or we're just gonna ramble off for like 2 hours and not do those two things. But yeah, welcome to the stream, everybody. Welcome to the stream, Akumatron 3030. But yeah, where did I put the shit for streams? I want to still watch this. I watched the Atlanta stuff. Not now. So I watched the Atlanta stuff. I'm gonna end up watching Atlanta though. And the Mama Max stuff, I'm actually kind of bored of that shit. I watched this shit on my own, and we're gonna watch this first.
It's February. It's Black History Month, and you know what? Black History Month has reminded me about some serious issues that I and many other people already have to deal with while being online. For those of you who don't know, I'm going to provide some context. Today is the 10th of February. It is 10 days into February. It has only been 10 days. And yesterday, the 9th, was announced the...
Hey, yo! So, I hope he actually got the comments here, because I screenshotted all the fucking quote retweets that were fucked. So, we're going to go through those in a minute.
Black VTuber Awards, which were to be happening in June. And immediately, the response to that for a lot of people was to start nominating people who aren't black, to start talking about how they need...
This shit was funny right here. And they took that shit down real quick. Really, really fucking quick.
Need a white VTuber Awards. And people saying, oh, if you wanted to be a part of the normal VTuber Awards, why don't you just make good content instead of being bad? And, well, here we are today, and I'm sitting in front of a fucking monitor in order to explain a lot of this. And much of this has just reminded me, like I said, that being a VTuber while black is extremely hard. But not only that, just being online while being black is extremely hard.
You know, it's funny too. A lot of people say you can just turn it off, or it's just a victim complex that your guys are pushing and whatnot. But like, once we do shit of our own, people will still get mad if we're not included into shit. So let's say like, when is chat working right now? Hold on, I gotta check chat real quick. Let's just do this. Hit that. Let's see if chat's working. It's kind of 15 seconds a little bit late or whatnot. Huh, that's odd. Where's chat? Why don't I see chat? Oh wait, there it is. It's there, but it's not there on my screen. That's so weird. But no, so anyway. Fucking, it just kind of sucks. Like, when we get excluded from shit, then we get told, why don't we make our own thing if we complain about it or whatnot, quote unquote, complain about it. And then we do our own shit and people still get fucking mad. It's fucking horrible, bro. Like, I hate it here sometimes, bro.
Now, before we go into this, this is not a, ooh, pity me. You know, everybody should feel bad for me. Go
Hold on, I accidentally turned off my screen.
Because we don't get enough support. The reality is we don't get enough support, but I'm not going to beg people to change the way that they do things in order to Yeah, I'm just gonna hope that they become better people. Anyway,
Oh
so
no, that's
that
not
was the
happening.
current situation. Black VTuber Awards. Bear in mind, that was the 9th, right? We are now 10 days into February, as of today, and this has been like the 10th issue that I've seen. There have been issues of people, rejecting people's commissions because they're black, people calling each other slurs, like people making jokes about, oh, how I'm gonna do this because it's Black History Month. It's just chill out for a second, all right? Chill out. I have been in this community since the end of 2020. I have been part of the VTubing community since like the VTuber boom, right? I have seen people come and go. I've seen people become really, really famous. I've seen people become famous and then decide this wasn't for them, and then they walked away. I've seen it all by this point. And the one thing that I've seen the most is how much people just don't want black people in this community. And it's insane to me. When I started, I had a white model. My peak numbers.
Yeah, he's explained this before when he was talking about I think with somebody else. I think we watched another video. He was talking about how hard it is to be black in the community, and now we're doing this shit again, which is crazy. Because when he first started, his numbers were up there, and so fucking what's my model acting right? Hold on, model this, model that. Okay, it's working perfectly. And he was talking about how difficult it was just to get like fucking no, not difficult. He talking about like how people flock to his stuff even though nobody knew he was black until he revealed he was black. I think his shit got cut in half.
Or when my model was white. And some people will say, oh, well, that's because you were following the boom. This is a year afterwards. Okay. I used to average 40 viewers. I used to go viral on TikTok every single weekend. My YouTube views on average were higher than they are to this day. And bear in mind, I have more subscribers now than I did then. I also make objectively better content now than I did back then. Despite all of that, despite me being better at what I do now, despite me working on my screen presence, despite me working on how my energy is throughout videos or throughout streams, despite working on what exists in my streams, like to add more to it, whether it's sound effects or people having redeems that are like really cool sometimes, despite having stuff like that, despite me doing a better job engaging with my chat than I did at the start, despite me doing better editing, making better thumbnails, titling things better, coming up with better concepts, despite all of
Yeah, I need to start editing these streams, but to be honest, I don't need to.
that, my numbers to this day do not match.
Now let me take that back. I don't want to.
What they were back then. I first changed my model from white to black 2 years ago. To this date, 2 years ago. And the response when I did that, of course, was a huge fucking question mark for a lot of people. They're like, are you making a joke of Black History Month? And it's not surprising that that's the first thing that people asked, because that's what this community's done repeatedly. I had to prove that I was black. I had to go through and make videos with my fucking arms. I had to just talk about how this happened in the first place.
So this is why I'm so happy that I showed my face earlier in the streaming community or whatnot, so I don't have to do this shit to prove that I'm black. I just reference an older video of me actually being black. But yeah, fucking, it just kind of sucks being inside this fucking community and just fucking automatically get fucking no support or get blacklisted um racially by the community or whatnot.
And at first I thought it was gonna be okay when I did that because the reception was pretty positive. And that was until a few months later when I started to notice some things. I've been hemorrhaging followers on TikTok. I've been dropping in viewers on Twitch. I would drop the video views, and maybe some people would say, oh, well, you fell off. Maybe you're sunsetting. Maybe it's over. And sure, I'd willingly accept that if that was the case. The reality is, every time I post on TikTok, I lose about 100 followers. I've lost thousands of followers since changing my model to black. I've had a lot of people come into my chat, come into.
I hope he shows this.
My comments, asking me why I'm black, still making the same jokes from two.
Oh yeah, so I know I talk about this a lot, but I hate rated one time. I actually found a hate rater. I still got that dude. Like I would show the dude's profile who hate rated me because he still has the post there or whatnot. But fucking I don't want to because there's so much porn on that whatchamacallit. I don't want to get fucking in trouble. Or I could just do this. Hold on. Let's see. I'm about to risk it, guys, for the biscuit. Boom, bam, bop, bada bop boop, pow. Okay. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go to this account. I'm gonna hit on. Damn, there's a lot of porn here. I hope you're muted. Yeah, you're muted. Okay, cool. I'm gonna go to my profile. I'm gonna go to my following. Where is this asshole at? Here we go. Boom. And then he got fucking naked dudes on here. Of course he does. I'm gonna find the exact post. Wait. Media. So hold on. I'm gonna do this. This is the guy, right? So what he was doing was because he rated somebody else in our little streaming circle that he didn't know was part of our streaming circle. And you have mutes from this account. It's really not showing, huh? No, it's showing, it's showing. So, dude was sending me all this shit, right? Let me make it bigger. Right there. So yeah, fucking he was hate rating me, right? All that shit. And this was his post. Hold on. So I'm like, okay, this is weird because that's not the first person he did it to. He did it to another person. Where is it? Is it this? Oh yeah, because I was asking him to whisper me. Because this happened in August. Right. Where is it he did it to the other person? I think it's this person he did it to. And he went after them. And then I think he went after a woman who's on here. Yeah, I can't really find a woman that's on here, but he went after a woman who was oops, wait. There we go. Titties. But no, he went after a woman who was Jax's friend and they streamed together one time. And what had happened was he rated them and he hate rated them and then he went towards me. Now, I don't play that shit, right? So I'm like, what the fuck's going on? Why am I getting hate rated? So I noticed when I was on Twitter, I was tagged in the shit, so he tagged me. That was his first mistake. You don't tag some shit. So me being me and me being the person who's able to go find a bunch of shit online because I know how to find shit. It's that fucking easy to backward check somebody's shit or whatnot legally, not like doxing or anything like that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about fucking I don't know if it's called social engineering. I know what it's called. It's when someone fucking it's when someone does something with a different account, but you're able to trace that account back to them as they're doing it. Because fucking I was in stream telling them, hey fam, why don't you come in, fucking let's do a talk, man. Let's talk about this or whatnot. And turns out it was actually him doing it, which was the crazy part. And then he blocks my account. Which is wild. Alright, back to showing titties. Wait, hold on. I gotta do this real quick so I can show titties again. I gotta switch back to my non-porn account. Let's do this, that, and this. And then let's do this. There we go. But yeah, fucking got that fucker too. Because I have actually the streams to actually prove it or whatnot. So saying that this shit don't happen or you should be like better or whatnot, look what we have to deal with in order to get better or whatnot. It doesn't feel good in the community if we get ostracized and belittled and not considered in a lot of shit. But then again, they tell us to make our own shit and we get like stuff like this shit right here. I hope it shows. We get shit like this or like this or like this. I'm gonna just wait till like I'm gonna tell you guys. I'm just like zooming and just let you guys read that just for a couple of minutes. Oh, but wait, there's more. So this is a person who's defending or whatnot. Not defending, but terrible idea. These are quote retweets. Who wants to escape from reality and willingly watch a black VTuber? Yikes, my guy. Then they said the literal Who Awards. And then we got this. Segregation is okay when it's for VTubers with racial victim complexes. Yikes. And you know he already knew about this or whatnot. This is the Discover More tab. I just have this down here because like the Discover More tab is not the actual posted this right here. It's just what they recently posted or whatnot. Let's see. Laughing my ass off. Virtual subjugation. Oh man, don't get virtually subjugated. That's bad. All right.
2 years ago about how I'm the reverse Michael Jackson, or why is he black now, or who the fuck is this? And it's tiring. I'm tired. It's tiring. It's very tiring. And every time I bring this up as an issue, I have people come to me telling me that, hey, maybe you should look at the content that you're putting out there. And, you know, maybe it's just so different now, and maybe the stuff you talk about is just so different that, you know, it's not making everybody feel welcome. And I get what they're saying. They're saying, why
I wonder how the fuck did he make a 2D model? I think he got that just commissioned or whatnot.
are you making your content black focused? But anybody who's consumed my content within the last 2 years can very easily tell you that that has not really ever been the case. I haven't made my content black focused because I don't really do that. I make videos about gaming and watching memes and doing forums with my audience and just laughing at a bunch of shit. And not once has that changed from me being white modeled or black modeled. It hasn't really changed. And it just goes to show that people don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They want to come up with some sort of reason, that being my skin, as to why, you know, I'm doing a certain thing with my content. And the reality is, the only thing that's black about my content is me, myself. The thing is, I don't say the N-word in most of my videos because usually it gets me bopped on fucking platforms because I'm using a virtual model. I don't really crack jokes that often about being black because I think that's fucking dumb. But no matter what it is, people will always tell me, they're like, hey, maybe you should
Fuck that. I'm about to crack all the black jokes.
what you're doing instead. And the reality is, I'm not doing anything different. I don't know why people tell me that. And I think it's because they don't consume my content. But that's besides the point. I kept telling myself similar things for the longest time. I was like, you know, maybe I just need to make better content. Maybe I just need to make better thumbnails. Maybe I just need to do this. Maybe I need to just be more entertaining on stream. Maybe I should add some music to things. Maybe I should add some subtitles to my videos so that people stay watching. And I've done all these things. The whole reason why I've improved so much is
I don't think he should add like subtitles to his videos because I think Twitch and YouTube does live translations, I believe. I could be wrong though. I could be 100% wrong.
The past 2 years, and if you look at it, it's really been the past 2 years that I've changed and improved so much. It's simply because I've been fighting this uphill battle for so freaking long. And like I said, I am tired. I'm very tired because the reality is, no matter what I change, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. No matter what I change about things, it doesn't work. I'm not going to hit the same views on the same topic that I did when I was white, being black, because people don't want to see me there. They don't want me in this space. And it's not just the viewers, it's the creators too. If you look at the tweets on the Black VTuber Awards thing, it's fucking Clippers saying this shit. It's fucking VTubers saying this.
Yeah, that's the fucked up part. Is other VTubers. You would think, oh, since mostly the majority of VTubers are Asian, white, and Hispanic, you would think they'd be like, oh, this is fucked up. But no, they joined right with the motherfuckers. This is kind of fucked up. How the fuck are you in a community you're supposed to be like, you know, welcoming a community and shit like that, but then turn around and be like, niggas is doing what? It's so fucking weird. Oh, this one got me right here.
It's like, dude, what the hell at this point? Because not only do the people with platforms not really want to say anything about it because they're afraid, oh, controversy. You know, it's really controversial for me to say, hey, you should not really like hate black people. What the fuck? And it's like at this point, the viewers.
Wait, really? That's controversial? Really? You can't say don't dislike black streamers? What? What does that even fucking mean? I don't even know what the fuck even that means. That's crazy.
Don't want me there. The creators don't want me there. The Clippers don't want me there. I wouldn't be surprised if the platform itself doesn't want me there. By this point, I don't know what to do. I keep having the same conversation with myself every single week where I'm like, maybe it is time for me to throw in the towel. Like I said, I averaged 40 viewers when I had a white model back in 2021. The other day, I streamed for an entire hour to 0 people. It's hard at this point. It is really, really difficult. And it's hard for me.
Yeah, that grind is hard, fam. Like, I totally fucking understand. As a person who maximize of views of like 2 people, I'm still owed Twitch 3 average views. Like, I remember one time where they showed me I averaged -4 views. I was like, how the fuck did I average -4 views? Like, how is that even fucking possible? I didn't know you could owe views to fucking Twitch. It was a bug, obviously, but like, it'd be funny as fuck. Imagine you having negative views, my guy. But no, like, I'm still gonna do it because I enjoy doing it, and I can just fucking do this without having anybody watching or whatnot, or like just having a small amount of people who do watch me in here. But like, fucking, I'll say do it just because you enjoy it, and don't just leave because the community dislikes your skin color or whatnot. Fuck, if they dislike your skin color, fucking I would just go harder, bro. Like, dead ass. Like, I didn't make this model for nothing.
For me not to hate myself in the process, because I go, what if I'm just not doing enough? What if I need to be doing more? There's not much more that I can do. I can't change my skin tone. I can on a model, but like I can't just do that in real life. And I'm not going to be comfortable just pretending to be something else. So at a certain point, I've been really telling myself, maybe it's just time to hang up being a VTuber and just call it quits. Clearly, people don't want me there anyway. I'm pretty sure it's not really something that's going to be missed if I decide to stop. But at this point, I don't know what else to do. Yeah, that's all I wanted to say about this. And again, yeah, this isn't some pity party. This isn't, oh, go support.
Yeah, man, I believe you shouldn't quit. I believe you should just go harder. Because the harder you go, people are still going to recognize that, even if you have 0 views. Fuck, you just go harder. And don't fucking let, like, small shit, because honestly, this is going to be small shit. It's just, at the end of the day, fucking Twitter posts from fucking trolls, racist assholes, and just fucking idiots in the end of the fucking day. Don't let that discourage you from doing what you love and owning that shit. Like I said, motherfuckers hate you, go harder.
For me and whatnot, I don't care at this point. I'm done.
All right, we're gonna watch the Nishi Sanji stuff. I'm actually gonna add this to my favorites. Actually, you know what? Bam. We're gonna boot that out of there. We're gonna watch the other black company. So, context. So what happened is this company had a VTuber who was out in the hospital for like a couple of months, and they were sick and whatnot, and they recently came back, right? But they made a statement while she recently come back to fire her ass. Like, basically they terminated her, didn't even let her graduate, they terminated her contract and did all this shit, right? And she came out saying like, hey, I'm being bullied, I was being bullied, I was too stressed out, all this other stuff, da 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 da. And there was just fucking, I guess, from her point of view, I'm not her point of view, what she was saying, they were just fucking just being evil to her, fucking bullying her and all this shit, right? Now, we only got that side. Now, this is the other side of it, of Any Color explaining what's going on, because Any Color is losing money in stock after all this, and their creators, who they hire or whatnot, are losing followers and viewers and subscriptions at a fast fucking pace. So right now, Nichi Sanji put out a statement and a letter. This is the statement, and I'm gonna go over the letter after this. Now look at the dislikes.
Hello, I'm Rick Tazumi, CEO of Anycolor Inc. I'm making this video to speak directly to you, the
investors, not the industry or whatnot, or everybody who supports the industry or whatnot. This is directly to the investors. Video game companies do this. Movies do this. Everybody who makes a large sum of money who has investors always do shit like this. If they didn't have investors, they wouldn't be doing this shit. They'd be like, kick your ass out.
Fans of Nissan GEN.
This is why I will only watch indie, because fucking these companies are treating these VTubers like they're fucking idols and not like music idols or whatnot. They're treating this shit like a record label instead of knowing the people behind it. They're doing the same practice that they did for vocal idols than they are for VTubers. And it's kind of fucked up.
And everyone who's.
But then again, I'm gonna wait till an actual lawsuit comes up, and then that's when things get spicy. That's when she gets released and all this shit. Now, there was something that happened with the streamer in question where her shit was leaked, but it wasn't like too dangerous shit if that was leaked, but it was still leaked anyway by this company. I'm gonna let this play while I get my wings ready.
First of all, I deeply apologize for causing concern to many people. Please allow me this time to address your concerns. First, let me apologize for a misunderstanding caused by the notice published on our investor relations page on February 7th. After announcing the termination of Seren's contract, we received questions from investors regarding the impact this would have on company performance. The notice was published to respond to investors. In the notice, we unfortunately used the expression negligible to describe performance impact. Our wording lacked consideration for the situation and caused Nissan EN fans and everyone who supports the VTuber industry to feel that Sekiro Inc. undervalued the impact of Seren's contract termination or Seren herself. I deeply regret this outcome and will be rethinking how our communication in English is done. Without a doubt, Seren was integral to the growth of Nissan GEN. As a company, it is truly unfortunate that our relationship ended the way it did. We regret that the notice we published on February 7th was worded this way. We made it sound like our company does not value the hard work of our rivals. I deeply apologize. Next, I will address the feedback to our announcement, which led to the idea that Sekiro Inc. may not be providing a safe environment where the rivals can maintain good mental health. We take full responsibility for this situation, where not only Sekiro Inc., but also our rivals are receiving hurtful messages. I deeply apologize to our rivals and to everyone who supports them. Company actions have led to the distress of our rivals, and we are taking this situation very seriously. Please understand that some rivals may choose to temporarily step back from social media. The management team continues to communicate with rivals to provide any and all support in every way they can. We will be implementing several new internal systems to ensure that the rivals can resume streaming activities while maintaining their well-being. Also, by establishing things such as better reporting systems.
By the way, I'm still here. I'm just listening. Boss could read chat right now, so
better identify and
I'm just over here seasoning my chicken
more quickly. Next, I would like to address the concern that has been raised by fans who have been supporting the VTuber community regarding whether Sekiro Inc. has been supporting Nissan GEN enough. Regarding YouTube content, we did not have official programs available until fall last year. Other than content for the 3D event in July and canceled Nissan GEN Air Live Colors in February last year, there has been a lack of 3D live content. However, in the meantime, we have spent the past year recruiting and working on strengthening the EN staff so we can better provide content for Nissan EN. Since last year, we have also started multiple new projects that are still in progress. In addition to supporting rivals on activities, we hope this will help improve our Nissan EN content offerings.
Probably not.
One of them is the game event stream that was scheduled to be held on the 11th. However, considering the situation after recent events, this event is being delayed so that we can properly direct our full attention to reviewing and ensuring the quality of our rivals' well-being. As a company, we intend to do everything in our ability to support Nissan EN and meet the fans' expectations. Finally, I apologize for not just recent events, but also pre-existing areas that needed our attention. Our rivals are irreplaceable, each and every one of them. Beyond being business partners, they are the most important individuals that we must protect as a company. To everyone who has and continues to support the rivals, I am very sorry that situations were allowed to arise where our dedication to their well-being was not clear. I feel that this should never be the case. Once more, personally and on behalf of our company, I apologize to you all for causing concern.
You know, they're only
As
saying
Anika
sorry
Inc.,
because
we
like
will
motherfuckers
do
started to drop
everything
out.
we can to ensure that we create and maintain an environment where the rivals can succeed in their creative endeavors.
Is that it for the video? All right, hold on, guys. Hold on. No. We can't play copyrighted stuff here. So, oh wow. So, with the fucking Nishi-san or Colorful Network or whatnot, they're only doing this because how everybody reacted or whatnot. If nobody reacted to this shit, they wouldn't be putting this shit out. They would be just like, oh, it's just another termination or whatnot, and business as usual. But since fucking this happened and the person was actually like very transparent with what happened with her and her situation and whatnot, they're doing damage control. Honestly, this is damage control, the save face. That's all this is. Like fucking, this is why even if like the company's like has a good track record, I would never do anything with companies unless they're actually like do right by this kind of shit. Oh man, it's just about to be bum. I'm making my 75-minute wings. Ah, damn, I'll put way too much seasoning on here, but I don't care. Damn, that's a fat piece of meat. All juicy and thick. That's some thick thighs. Remember, guys, thick thigh saves lives. It cures depression, especially when your woman has thick thighs. They will always cure depression. Just lay your head between them, and be rejuvenated with antidepressant thick thighs. Please, how do you apply thick thighs? Oh, what you do is how you apply thick thighs? You place your head between two thick, voluptuous, carnivorous thighs, and wait, and give the signal for your said significant other to close. Now apply a light pressure to this head. Oh man, this is just gonna look good. Put on the top rack. That shit at 475, and then we're gonna do. I think it's since we defrosted, I think we do 75 minutes. Apply pressure to the head. But no, Nisha Santi fucked up, fam. And like fucking now we've seen the aftermath of it, of people. So I watched Rev Says Desu a little bit before we started the podcast or whatnot. I mean started the start the stream or whatnot on this. And fucking he was talking about the aftermath behind this, cause let's find a Twitter quote, cause they made a Twitter post. Don't worry, I'm on my safe for work account this time, not on my hentai account. So you get to see this actually. Um Nichi-san. There was a long quote. I hope there's no porn on this, because if it is, oh yeah, fucking people live just leaving people shit or whatnot. I really don't like reading Twitter, to be honest. Here, let's go to Rev says Deshu's video. So I think he has the tweet there. Damn, even he's covering it. Damn. And you know what's fucked up too? This still puts the stress on the fucking actors as well. That's the crazy part. Alright. There was a post that they made. Here we go. So this is February 12th. Regarding the concerns that have arisen in our relations to the current situation, in the stream done earlier by our livers, a message from Nichi-san, it was mentioned that parts of information received from Celine and her lawyers was shared to them by Any Color Inc. As mentioned in the stream, and the notice published by Any Color Inc. Notice termination of Celine. Celine and her lawyers claimed that livers affiliated with Any Color were involved, and they're talking about the bullying, by the way, and that they will hold Any Color legally responsible. Celine and her lawyers mentioned the possibility that they will also hold livers affiliated with Any Color legally responsible. In order to check the availability of Celine and her lawyer's claim, Any Color shared only necessary parts of the information sent by her lawyers with our livers and led to the internal investigation. Yeah, when you investigate yourself, nothing's wrong. Everybody's cool. Nobody did no wrong. You investigate yourself. Fucking I'm surprised my dyslexia haven't jumped in yet. To begin with, Any Color Inc. has not made any confidentially violations regarding to submitting documents for legal claims such as these. However, regarding the specific information and documents which Celine's lawyers requested that we do not share with our livers. With the utmost consideration of this request, Any Color Inc. has not shared any such information. Man, I love when people investigate themselves and like nothing happens. It's like, yeah, we investigated ourselves and we're not at fault here. Maybe she's not telling the truth. So we're gonna make a long lengthy post to tell you that we investigated ourselves. In addition, our livers are not held for the confidentiality obligation regarding the confidential. Oh wait, no. After a righteous legal check, Any Color Inc. hereby declares that it has not made any confidentially violations when checking with the verifiability of claims made by Celine and her lawyers. That's affiliated libraries. It's affiliated libraries. Wow, what are words? Thanks, dyslexia. And community notices came in here with their dick out talking about, nah, fam. The libraries in question, Celine, on her new account, as Dokibird has confirmed that she was promised the information would only be shown to the lawyers as it was an HR complaint. Sharing this information without consent may be a violation of Pipeda. I don't even know what that means. Has a Canadian. I don't even know what that policy is. Hold on. What is that policy? The Personal Information Protection and Electronic Documents Act. Okay. Brief. Personal information covers complaints principles. Fair information principles. Accountability, identifying persons, consent, limiting collection, limiting use, disclosures, and retaliation, agency, safeguards, openings, unrelated, findings. I want to read more about this. Oh, this happened in May 2019. Let's go. So this is recent. This is stuff I'm probably gonna read and learn later. All right, let's go back to Twitter. So here's the comments. Blizzard Activision fans says no harassment at Blizzard. Yeah, but this is what's going on with their shit. I know some people say they're going rich off this. How do you go rich off a company dropping like that? Respectfully, keep all the internet. So the whole reason why like I'm covering this too, cause like the racists was like, oh man, you know you're gonna get rated Black Company of the Year, and they kept on posting Colorful or Niji Sanji. That's an ad. Buy ad. You want to see my block list? My block list is huge. There's nothing but ads and shit like that. But yeah, they were all fine until they had to post these two posts or whatnot. But no, and like support your indie VTubers whatnot. And if you're a fan of VTubers or a part of the company, support them too. But make sure you don't because with the whole thing with Niji Sanji now, what they're doing is affecting their client base now, and now fucking they're losing a bunch of money. They're losing a bunch of people, a bunch of like followers or whatnot, and it makes it seem like because as Rev says, hold on, actually let's go to that video because I watched that video before stream history. Sorry, Common Rider, we have to come back to you later. Is it this one? Was it this one?
Hey, what's up guys, Rev here. So just when you thought maybe the Niji Sanji drama was starting to die down,
by the way,
this
let's throw this out there just so I can show that the community is racist.
Made much worse for Niji Sanji because
it's not the whole community, it's just like we're just unlike just in general. And it kind of sucks, especially like if we try to like be out there and do all like, you know, good for our own people and stuff like that. You know what? That's what we need to do. We need to just fucking link the fuck up and just become a powerhouse. But we can't do that because of the Black VTuber community is so fucking scattered. Like I think there was a Discord, man. I think it was raided by a bunch of racist people and they just fucked it up for everybody. So one was never made after that. But like we need to fucking just get to fucking together. No matter how big you are, no matter how small you are, we just need to just link up and just make a whole small community out of this or whatnot, and just have our own little Discord or just own little Twitter or whatnot, because this is kind of fucked up if we're still getting like treated and looked as less than the other creators or whatnot. And yeah, I know people be like, oh, why don't you just be better? Okay, how when most of the fan base are don't even like our skin color, you know? Like, there's a VTuber out there who's 100% black, and he proved that he was black, but he has a white fucking avatar, light-skinned avatar. Well, apparently he's supposed to get a light-skinned avatar or whatnot, but I'm not sure if you got it or not. I think his name is Kyo or Kench or KG or something like that. I could be wrong. But no, it is just kind of fucked up how everything's going in the VTuber community. The whole shit or whatnot, the whole racist shit, the whole Black VTuber Awards racist comments or whatnot, that's just probably not going to be seen, or it's probably going to slip under the rug to the point where we have to cover it as people or whatnot, because I don't think other outlets are going to cover this. It's nothing burger because Nishi-san is going to get more attention than Black VTubers being discriminated against. But I don't know. I could be wrong. Please prove me wrong. I hope I'm wrong in the future, because if I am wrong, then like I'll take the fucking L, dead ass.
Their management, as well as several of their EN livers, have once again thrown Celine under the bus with public statements made tonight. Now, we all thought that this initial document announcing the termination and the negligible comments were a terrible decision, but what we're going to look at tonight is far worse. Now, there's a lot to go over, so what I'm going to do is go in chronological order of all the events tonight, and we're going to see how everything plays out. So first, we have this stream from DokiBird. This is the past life account of Celine Tatsuki, and she was supposed to stream at 5 p.m. PST, and she was supposed to play Neopets. However, things would get very messy when right around that time, there was this video made live. A message from Niji Sanji En that was posted on the account of En Liver Alira Pandora. Now, this video is very, very interesting because now we're hearing directly from several members of the EN branch, including Alira, Vox Akuma, and Ike Evelyn. They both spent 5 minutes apiece talking about the Celine termination, and I'll give you a too long didn't read version of events. They spend the entire 15 minutes defending Niji Sanji and their decisions, and they completely and utterly throw Celine under the bus. They claim that she was
Yeah, which sucks. Imagine being thrown under the bus by your own ex-colleagues or whatnot. People who weren't even involved just roll up talking about, nah, fam, fuck her. Like, to be honest, we still haven't heard the other side or like anything else about it from them or whatnot. Because they're part of a company, so they can't really talk about it. But like, it still fucking sucks that that fucking we have to see this shit go on and we don't hear the other half from it because they're probably too scared that they might get fucking blacklisted or removed from their company and shit like that. All right, let's continue. I'm gonna type this on the side.
In many regards, that she was lying about being bullied and harassed, and that she was putting them in danger. There's a big focus on a legal document. This was a legal document being prepared by Celine and her lawyers, and this document, as we'll find out, was only supposed to be viewed by Celine, her lawyer, and the lawyers for Niji Sanji. But somehow, all three of these livers saw this document, reviewed it, claimed that there was no harassment in it, and even went as far as to claim that it put their safety at risk because there was private information about them in this document that they weren't supposed to see, and they were claiming that they're worried that Celine was going to publicly dox them and put their private lives and their safety at risk. This was their concern that they were trying to do. They were trying to play the victim, and that's something that was reflected in this clip you're going to listen to.
Yikes, fam. So this is me listening to it again. When I was listening to it first, I was watching just to compare my food for cooking and whatnot. But now that I'm actually listening to it, I didn't know that like trying to say that she's playing the victim or whatnot. That's kind of fucked up. That's really fucked up.
Over the past month, staff received documents from Celine's lawyer containing examples of her claimed experiences under any color. These documents in question included personal information of some livers, and when it was sent to us, we learned that there was a potential that this information could be made public. Some of the information poses a risk to our personal safety and puts some of us at risk of doxing. Notably, one section of this document alludes to where Millie and I live. However, there are also harmful claims Celine made in the document about some livers' personal information that we believe are simply untrue. I felt threatened and scared of speaking out about the situation because of the risk that it could pose to not just my own safety, but the safety of those around me as well.
So besides the absolutely ridiculous claims that they're trying to make that...
Okay, so was that the only person who spoke up on this? Because if so, we need more. We need evidence. We need to see both sides of this whatnot. Because if this goes to court, Doki's going to be 100% in the right. But I want to be as neutral as possible because like I don't watch these VTubers and whatnot. But having a company dead ass do that to someone, it's kind of fucked up. And people should take examples from this and not fucking make sure you do background check on these companies and not jump right into it thinking you're gonna get you're gonna get the views, you're gonna get the fans, but like fucking and the exposure or whatnot. But like make sure you're just not selling yourself to a fuck company, you know?
Celine was going to dox them and put their safety at risk. This is also a very concerning statement because, as Doki Bird would quickly correct, these legal documents were not supposed to be shared with anyone else other than Niji Sanji's lawyers. And she would reflect that in this tweet saying, I will say that it never supposed to be shown to anyone other than me, my lawyer, and other relevant lawyers. It was a private document with my own personal information and was used as a legal document to help my lawyer and document my thoughts and was never supposed to release anywhere else to any other parties outside of legal department. It makes me wonder if my medical and hospital records was also released without my consent, as that was also promised to me to be kept private. Where she would continue saying, I am currently talking to my lawyer and thankfully only my diagnosis and reason for hospital stay was reported without further private info being disclosed. It was requested that none of this info should be revealed to anyone other than legal. Thank you for everyone for the support, and so on and so forth. And as always with the situation, it's very clear that Selene, Doki Bird, did not want any of this to be public. And the irony is, during their statement, the EN Livers involved with Niji Sanji would over and over again state that, well, this is in the lawyer's hands and this is a terrible situation, but they're making it public. In fact, at one point during the video, the only thing they show other than the black screen is a brief moment where they show private DMs from Selene that are a part of this legal document they're not supposed to be seeing in the first place. Obviously very concerning stuff, and of course, this all happened while she was streaming, and this was her reaction, summing up the thoughts that we just...
Now, that's kind of fucked up, doing that shit while she's streaming, because that means people are going to see this shit and then bug her about it, which is fucked up.
Red.
Yes, I really wished I really wanted to move on from all of this, and was going to move on and everything. And
I love how like 2D VTubers always have that thing where they have their eye tracking on, but like one of their eyes will blink first and the other will blink first real fast, looks like they're both blinking. But no, it's just like they're one side blinked and the other side blinks. I hate that shit, bro. We need to fix that somehow. Or just put auto blinking, you know?
Was never going to address this anymore, but because they've decided to address it, even though I wanted everything to be over with, that is not my fault.
Take him to court. Dead ass, just take him to court.
And because of this, I will have to respond with a document that my lawyer has and I have written up, just in case something like this did happen. And because of that, I guess I will be releasing this document very soon. I prepared something just in case, but I was going to keep it quiet and keep it private. And because that has happened, that means that I am now required to release my story and release my statement.
So what Doki Bird said in her stream and in her tweets would be reflected in this community note that was applied to Alira's tweet sharing the Niji Sanji statement. It says, in this video, Niji Sanji talent referred to a document that was made by Doki Bird and her lawyers that was given to Niji Sanji Legal. This document was not to be made public nor to be shown to other talent, as stated in Doki Bird's response. Now, in response to all this, Niji Sanji EN Livers have employed a very familiar tactic that's been done many times when Niji Sanji is facing controversy, and that is a collective sharing of this tweet in the video by other EN Livers. You'll see Vox sharing the...
Okay, thank you for your patience. This situation has been incredibly hard on all of us. we're going to share as much as we can in the stream. So please come and watch if you can.
Message. You'll see Ike.
Hi everyone. Thank you for your patience during my absence. Myself and some others will be speaking about recent situations in 30 minutes from now.
Retweeting it. You'll see.
Thank you for your patience with us. It would mean a lot if you could come listen to this.
Finana commenting on it. You'll see Anna.
Hey everybody, we have something really important to talk about. Please give us your time, if you can.
Commenting on it. You'll see Ren.
Important. It would mean a lot. It will mean a lot if you could take a listen. It would mean a lot if you could take a listen. Thank you.
Zoto commenting on it, and so on and so forth. You get the point. All the EN Livers are sharing this document and taking a stance of solidarity, sharing its message, and essentially throwing Selene under the bus. Now, whether they're all turning on Selene on their own.
Damn, imagine your own coworkers have to fucking turn on you just so they don't get fired from their own shit. Be like, you have a fan base, just leave. What do you mean, bro? You have that fan base, and the fans know your voice, and if they know you, all you have to do is make a side Twitter, just in case for shit like this happens. That's why Doki Bird got boosted in like fucking 2 days. Fucking make your own account, get it like side avatar, leave it there, just so if these motherfuckers drop you or whatnot for talking about this, for talking against your own company or whatnot, you have that backup. Don't be scared to make these backups, goddammit. Or maybe it's in the maybe it's in the disclaimer at that side or contract that sign. You'll have to make what's call it or whatnot. I still would do it anyway. Like, bitch, you don't own my voice or my likeness. You own the avatar.
Or these are tweets that they're forced to make by management, we'll never know, but it is not a good look for Niji Sanji. In fact, there's a lot of things that are not a good look right now. As pointed out by people like Kenny, this has to be intentional with the timing of their statement being released right as she's streaming. It's like it was done to maximize the harm to her, to make her literally have to find out about this live in front of her.
So I think Rev covered that most of the mods are still a part, who are against this are still a part of the streams or whatnot. So the mods who are in there were doing some beast shit, but I'm about to let Rev explain.
Huge audience. That was done very intentionally, and that is slimy, and people are picking that up. And a lot of people are talking about the attitudes of these EN Livers who have thrown.
I see a lot of debate VTubers, but I never seen them actually do their debut. Is it just the mono they're debuting? Because I never did a debut. Like, I tried to, but I was like, nah. I'm just gonna do my own thing.
Under the bus. It had some very, very callous and mean things to say about her in the video. And you have tweets like this saying, I'm trying to put myself in Alira, Vox, and Ike's shoes, and I just couldn't. If I was told that I had to make a statement like that or lose my job, then I'd walk. This has potentially serious damage to their careers with or without Niji. No? Which, of course, yeah, seeing how they treat former talents, I don't really know if I want to work alongside someone like that. But overall, you can see the comments. You can go right now to the video. They are getting shredded, whether it was in the live comments as it was streaming or the permanent comments on the video. It is absolutely brutal. The fact that they even allowed comments was the biggest mistake and shows just how pompous and arrogant they are. They actually thought people were going to buy this. All of the top comments are blasting the document or the statement and Niji Sanji. And worse yet, the strange and cowardly choice to stream this on Alira's channel, but not on the official Niji Sanji account or any color accounts. They did it on hers, and she is suffering terribly. She has lost right now, as of about 4 or 5 hours since the video.
So let's see. 10, 11, 12, 15, 17, 19K. She actually still got like a lot of views though. What's this +1?
She's already lost nearly 10,000 subscribers.
Bro, that is 10,000 subscribers though.
On her channel. you can see an absolute nosedive. She's already been losing subs since the termination because people are trying to guess as to who the bullies in the company were. And now, right here, you can see when the statement was made, and look at the drop off here. Absolutely brutal stuff. And in response to this, Niji Sanji has released further statements trying to absolve themselves of guilt in this situation. It says, regarding concerns that have arisen in relation to the current situation, in the stream done earlier by our livers, a message from Niji Sanji En, it was mentioned
Charging battery.
Information received from Selene and her lawyer was shared.
So I already read most of this. Since I already read it, I would want to skip through Rev's part or whatnot because I read through the shit or whatnot. But you probably want to say the same thing I said.
And led to an internal investigation. So they just admitted that they shared this information that they were not supposed to share. They just outright admitted this, and they think they are remedying the situation. But oh, the statement gets worse. So it says this, to begin with.
Okay, I'm gonna read this one from another detractor for or troll or racist person from or like people who not like black people on VTubers and whatnot. We can't stand being considered outsiders because we are black. It's not treated as outsiders because of being black, but because there are schizos who spurred at the smallest slight of perceived at the smallest perceived slight proceeds to segregate themselves. Truly, we are dealing with the greatest minds. Take that with what you will, but like, isn't that just like just pushing the narrative that motherfuckers don't like us anyway? Like, why even fucking post this? Like, what did you think? How many likes you're gonna get from this, bro? You got 87 views. What do you mean, bro? Let's go to the next one. Black VTuber words. Why do the words have to be black? And they have I think this is Mike McDonald. I forgot who it is, but this is an SNL skit. And then another one. Yeah, bro, like, how the fuck y'all guys have these people in your community or whatnot? It just fucking sucks, you know? And the fucked up part is we really can't do anything about it unless we like just come together as like a community or whatnot. But like, not a lot of black VTubers are gonna do that.
Any color has.
And it's gonna be super difficult to do that kind of thing unless someone, not me myself, because I have bad like networking skills or whatnot because I don't know how to network that well. But like I would definitely like want to help and do that kind of thing, you know.
Made any confidentiality violations regarding submitted documents for legal claims such as these. However, regarding these specific information and documents which Selene's lawyer requested that we do not share with our livers, with utmost consideration of this request, Any Color has not shared any such information. In addition, our livers are not held to any confidentiality obligation regarding the information shared to them from Any Color. That is very interesting, by the way. Thus, there are no legal issues regarding the information shared to the public in the stream made by our livers. Basically, what they're saying is, we couldn't leak this information because we would be in trouble, but our livers cannot be held responsible, so we basically sent the message through them. That's what a lot of people are concluding based on those words. But here's this last part. This is the kicker. After a rigorous legal check, Any Color hereby declares that it has not made any confidentiality violations while checking the validity of claims made by Selene and her lawyer with its.
Yeah, sorry for not talking for a cool minute. I was typing to someone, but like, yeah, man, this whole situation is just fuck, bro.
Sincere to you. Well, that wasn't the only statement. Only about a half an hour later, they released this statement saying, in this video, the CEO of Any Color will be addressing concerns that have arisen as a result of recent events regarding the contract termination of Selene Tatsuki. Now, I'm going to point out a very odd decision on their part.
Yo, I just realized the fucking Twitter's called Woke VTuber L's. Wow.
You know, the claim that they're a black company is one that has gotten...
Hey, you know what? At least they used it. Well, at least, damn, you know what? This is the whole definition of us need to be stay woke because we're gonna have to stay woke versus like these fucking people right here. Because if we won't be able to like fucking see the injustices that are happening right in front of our faces. We have to stay We have to stay woke to that shit. We have to like fucking stay vigilant to that shit. And yeah, I hate the term using woke because what it was turned into, like they took a word that we use and just fucked it over, bro. Let's see. And the winner for best personality is a white person with a black model. Come on down. And the winner for best model is a white person with a black model. Come on down. This is how you know motherfuckers do not watch other black VTubers or whatnot. And what the fuck is going on with that weird ass glitch? What is that? Is that on my end? Is that just the stream doing that? I hope that's not the stream doing that. Or am I just really faded down? I don't even know to tell you the truth. Let's keep going.
Support. And why on earth would the CEO stand in front of a wall?
For investors, because this is for investors and investors only.
That's black. I can't even fathom the decision making, but in this video, he spends nearly the entire 6 minutes talking about shareholders and the impact. There is one thing that he admits, though. He admits his comments about the termination being negligible in terms of its impact financially. He revisited that and said, you know what? Yeah, that was wrong. It was more than I thought, which is pretty much the only honest thing they said in all of the statements tonight.
You know what this makes me feel like that one drawing? I had this one furry drawing where it shows like a furry. It's like OC, expectation, reality, and it shows like a furry's all like looking all good and shit like that. Then it shows what the expectation is some skinny buff white dude, and then the reality is just some black guy wearing a button up, looking all scruffed and shit like that, like me or fucking who's that guy from who's that black guy from the Shark Tank? Not Derek, but the other one. Think. It's supposed to be Derek Sweeney, Tom Sweeney. He looks like Sweeney, dead ass, with hair, with a lot of hair. And like I'm asking others in the community, like others say it's not, others say it's kind of sus. But I've been asking around in the community or whatnot, is this racist? Because like it feels racist, dead ass. It's like really is it unwanted that you have that expectation or whatnot? Be like, come on, like give me a bone here. I really need to know. Oh,
this
shit.
has been
Hold on.
an absolute nightmare.
Mic off.
The pulse of the community is saying, we don't believe you. And we think even less of you and your talents. The fact that your talents had to go forward and speak for you on their own Liver accounts and get blasted. And then a few hours later, you sneakily go to the Niji Sanji account and make a further statement is crazy. This whole situation has led to a PR nightmare. It was already a nightmare, but somehow it got even worse. Now people are looking at the situation and the way these livers are treating Selene, and they are basically saying, well, I guess we found the bullies. A lot of people are assuming they have discovered the identity of these bullies because of the way they have come out and spoke out against them. It's a very terrible situation, and I feel very sorry for Doki Bird. This is a really big mess.
All right, this is not done yet. We still got 41 minutes.
I'm sure this is not the end, and if there are more updates, I will be covering them. But for now, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please share all of your thoughts about today's topics in the comment section down below, and I'll see you next time.
All right. Yeah, man, I just see that's like, this is super messed up, man, you know. A company has to do that to a person who was just sick. And, like, the fucked up part is, she's going to look like she's in the right the whole time. I'm not speaking ill on her or anything like that. But the way how they go about it, it's kind of fucked. And it still makes them look bad by doing this. So the best case scenario is fucking apologize. Don't do internal investigations because you're doing the same shit like every other company does. And, you know, keep it pushing. Be like, wish her the best on her endeavors and all that good shit. But no, you gotta make it worse. They always make it worse. It's like fucking another type of client demon. It's like, oh nah, we see investors leaving now. We gotta fucking do damage control and shit. It's just fucking sad, you know, shit. God damn it. Fucking washing out this dish. I really need a plunger for the sink. I wish it my pleasure for the toilet, but that's just fucking gross. All right, let's flip this over. Oh my god, this shit looks so good. Oh my god. I'll start making the. I gotta start making the fucking sauce soon so I could coat these motherfuckers in juicy. Oh shit! Don't drop that shit right there. Hold on, let me move this over. There we go. Like I'd rather drop it on the stove instead of behind the stove. I mean not behind, but on the side, on the floor. I would be so upset that happened, cause this food is fucking delicious, bro. Oh my god. Oh my lord. Oh my fucking god. It smells good too. Oh, I'm salivating at the mouth. Oh god. Pause. Oh my god. Just throw this in there. Oh fuck. Oh shit. All right, let's continue listening to this. Oh no, we're supposed to go to more of the fucking retweets that's fucking idiots online when fucking make us look like fucking we're just fucking entitled fucking victims or whatnot. Ooh. Wonder if anybody else covered it. $5 months ago, 1 month ago, 9 days ago, 1 month, 1 month, 1 month, 1 month, 11 months. Here's what we do then. Since this was happening throughout the week, this week. Damn, nobody's actually watching, covering this? She's not covering it either. Dirty hospital case update. Kids experience messy past. What the heck are they wearing tonight? Yeah, I don't think nobody else is covering this. I think everybody's just covering Colorful and Nishi Sanji. I don't think this is gonna be seen by anybody. Yeah, there's no other results. But no, so the aim is to reveal VTuber faces, or can you just be nominated if your VTuber model is black, or can you just say you're black and get nominated? LOL, this is so retarded. The first Black Annual VTuber Awards coming June 2024. And this is the original post or whatnot. This post right here sparked a percentage of people just to be fucking angry or whatnot. Mind you, there are a lot of posts there that supports black VTubers and whatnot. Matter of fact, I should go through each one of them and start just following them, but that would look weird on my part because my name has bot in my name. And people when they see that, they think, oh, this nigga automatically a bot. And report you. Cause there are like ad limits to this game or how many people you can add and all that stuff. But yeah, man, it just fucking sucks that companies are doing this to their fucking talent and we're not liked has are and black people are not liked as VTubers in the community or whatnot. But that's any community though that we hop into. Like we just get like belittled and blacklisted or whatnot.
What you just
Hell, sometimes the racism is not even on purpose. But yeah, just so y'all guys know, I am a fan of Kamen Rider and like I like Kamen Rider things and accessories. For stream. So we watched that and commented on that. Wait, what's this dude? I think I watched this video already.
Trying to act like there
Oh yeah, this guy. Okay, cool.
is no racism in the anime industry is the equivalent of getting Shane Dawson and David Dobrik canceled. it just doesn't work. The day has finally come. Come on. You really thought I wasn't gonna talk about this? Today we're gonna be discussing the
Oh wait, this was an hour. I think I did watch this. Hold on. Cause I think he talked about it from both sides, I believe. Yeah, he talks about it from both sides.
What was that? It's about time, Kay. Who are you? Oh, I'm your rage, anger, unfiltered thoughts. Oh, rest assured, you are not needed today. Our video topic is heavy enough. Dude,
I hope. Ah, damn. We should be like, nah, nigga, we gonna be mad today.
this is literally your signal. Go off. I mean, maybe, but I don't want to have to come across as the aggressive black man. Won't commenters just come to that conclusion no matter how civil you engage with this topic?
Yes, actually, yeah. Fucking no, he's right. He's 100% right, or they're right. I don't know his sexuality. I don't know their sexuality and whatnot, but no, they're 100% right. We're still gonna be looked at has the angry black guy complaining to the cloud, literally.
Probably, but I would never assume anyone to think of me in a stereotyped light. Well, prepare to crash and burn. Come on, let me feed you the truth. I mean, are you sure? Is it gonna be okay? Oh, yeah. What's the worst that can happen? People send you a novel in your comment section?
I love how he's playing the Batman music in the background. This shit's funny as fuck.
Piece of cake. Wait, what are you eating?
Wait, what? Did he just change clothes? The fuck is this?
It's go time. Anyways, today we're going to be discussing the anti-blackness surrounding parts of the anime industry and what content is or isn't good representation of black people on screen. This was really tricky to make because it's not a black and white situation as it may appear. Many black anime fans have expressed their dissatisfaction in many different areas. How black animators are treated in the industry, discrepancy in fandom and cosplay spaces, black culture in anime, and some series that we all consume lead back to that question of what content is or isn't good representation of black people on screen. Believe me, there is a lot to criticize about.
I hope we talk about the Killmonger here. I hope he talks about it. Hold on, when was this made? A year ago? Oh, this is a year ago? Let's go.
About how anime portrays race. So, out of my own curiosity, I want to explore why this trend of racial stereotyping and racism has become so prevalent in the industry. Where it all began. Its villain origin story.
Wait, I don't remember. I think the first black character that I seen was anime was Home Chick from what you call it? I think the first black characters I seen in anime was the black chick from Macross, the first Macross, not any of the newer ones. But other than that, I haven't really seen like black people like in anime until like the early 2000s.
In the words of Natalie Morris, anti-blackness is a specific exclusion and prejudice against people visibly or perceived to be of African descent, what most of us would commonly call black people. Anti-blackness has wormed its way into every nook and cranny of our society. I'm sure we all remember the transatlantic slave trade and the civil rights movement. However, the most prevalent example we see of anti-blackness in America is police brutality because of fatphobia. A police officer will often blame a black man's size, stature, and weight to justify the reason that they used lethal force. In 2014, Eric Garner, a father of 6, was murdered by police officer Daniel Pantaleo because Pantaleo thought Garner was carrying around loose cigarettes. Garner's death was...
Wait, what? You get arrested for carrying loose cigarettes? How does that work? No, seriously, how does that work? Is it
later...
What state is there that was in? Oh, I think he says the state. Hold on. No!
trying to act like they're and wait to justify the reason that they used lethal force. In 2014, Eric Garner, a father of 6, was murdered by police officer Daniel Pantaleo because Pantaleo thought Garner was carrying around loose cigarettes. Garner's death was later ruled a homicide because Pantaleo put him in a chokehold until he lost consciousness.
Yikes.
What's even...
Yo, that's fucked, yo. Like, imagine, bro, like, fucking, you're going about your day and shit, and the motherfucker just, like, chokes you out because they assume that you're, you were just carrying loose cigarettes and shit like that, and you die over some wrapped tobacco? That's crazy, bro.
More...
But then again, we don't know the whole story. The black dude probably didn't struggle or fight back. He probably was just put in the chokehold.
Alarming is that when the courts played public opinion, Pantaleo told CNN that you had a 350-pound person who was resisting arrest. The police were trying to bring him down as quickly as possible. If he had not had asthma and a heart condition and was so obese, almost definitely he would not have died. When chokeholds to...
You know how, I don't think people know how chokeholds works. I've been in a chokehold. I put people in chokeholds. I've seen people get put in chokeholds. Chokeholds are not fun. You could be skinny as fuck and die from a chokehold. Yes, you could be skinny as fuck and die from a chokehold. It's called a chokehold for a reason.
To subdue someone have been banned by New York City police departments for nearly 28 years. The New York congressman essentially blamed Garner's size and stature for the reason that Pantaleo put him in a chokehold. Black women are also subject to the fat phobia and racism link, often framing them as overindulgent and gluttonous because of their quote-unquote animal appetites. This is just one instance, but there is a pattern of blaming black people's size, body type, and facial features to justify...
Because it's easy.
...immoral acts against black people, leading us to the animation pipeline. One of the most egregious examples of this that we see in cartoons and anime is blackface and minstrelsy. I'm gonna expand on that in another section.
So, there's still blackface in hentai or whatnot, or just making us look like totally like the most worst characters ever. There's one hentai called Stamp Swamp, which is about this chick who was just a fucking slut, and she cheated on her boyfriend, or she gets NTR by some black guy who had the stamina. She literally says the stamina of gorilla, but cause like she fucked him until like he couldn't like stand up right, and she was like, yes, you're even though you're big and endowed, you can't stand a chance against the cock of a Japanese man. And I'm like, kind of fucking shit is this? And that's when I stopped watching hentai. I'm lying, I still watch hentai, but not like how I used to.
Of this video, but for now, understand that these portrayals were performed by non-black people to make fun of black people. The stage entertainment employed white or no makeup around the eyes and mouth, and the reddening of lips, which played into common...
Damn, people thought that shit was okay too, which is a fucked up part. Like, I think the last time we did official blackface was Ronnie Downey Jr., but it was funny. It wasn't making fun of black people. It was making fun of method actors. And like, yeah, dude was in blackface, but it was giving context. And there was another black guy that was in the film that was giving him shit the whole fucking time. So it wasn't like he was like some kind of stereotype or satire or whatnot. He was acting as a black dude, which is weird. But no, Ronnie Downey Jr. is the goat for that shit. That ass.
Stereotypes of African Americans as slack-jawed and voracious, yet simple innocent and easily frightened or excited, all infantile, consuming the eyes and mouth. Some examples in animation include the Looney Tunes, Tom and Jerry, and, shockingly enough, Mickey Mouse, all profited off of minstrelsy. There weren't many, if any, depictions of black characters other than Disney. Walt Disney himself is guilty of using racial stereotyping for some of his characters.
Yeah, this is facts. Like, if you go deep into like his fucking Looney Tunes, Warner Brothers, especially Disney, they have a movie called Song of the South. Let's go.
Her article stated that Dumbo's Black Crows, Fantasia's Black Servant Centauret, and Song of the South, a movie so offensive that Disney Company will no longer let it be seen in public, Gabler cites a meeting in which Disney referred to Snow White dwarves as blank pile, and another in which he used the term pickaninny. A pickaninny is a caricature of a small black girl with unkempt hair, red lips, bulging eyes, and a wide mouth. We see this in characters.
Don't forget the big ass fucking head.
Like Topsy in the anti-slavery novel Uncle Tom's Cabin. This imagery invoked in these mediums created a wave of normalizing these depictions as good representations of black people, which again, I'm going to expand on more later. Western continent, specifically America and Europe, had a major inspiration for anime. From Caucasian-looking characters that exhibit Oriental views of Japan, to the father of manga, Osaka Tezuka, borrowing visual elements from Disney works, all fall into the early stages of different ethnicities and races being presented in anime. As anime started booming in the mid to late 20th century, we saw more inclusions of other races. But it did not come without its shortcomings. Fans use this notion of Japan being an Eastern nation means that racism is different there. And this is not something I necessarily agree with because I think
I sort of agree with, but given the times now, there's no reason. Like, mind you, not everything needs black representation. But if you're going to represent black people in your show / anime or whatnot, do it right. Or don't do it at all.
Tends to be rooted in a lot of Orientalism. According to Oxford Languages, Orientalism is the representation of Asia, especially the Middle East, in a stereotyped way that is regarded as embodying a colonist attitude. Just to put this into perspective in terms of weebs and otakus, one of my besties, Layla, brilliantly framed otaku and weeb culture. Weeb culture is a problem within itself, and it's linked with Orientalism, exoticism, and generally a self-created fantasy about a distant place. I think what is most problematic of it all, other than what I just mentioned, is that it seems anime productions themselves are catering more and more not just to otaku culture in and outside Japan, but to Western weeb culture. These weebs are an audience that consumes and buys products in a way that anime enthusiasts will not. Or, at least this is the impression I get since I got more into anime and manga in the last few years. It's important to note this because this is often used when people are criticizing problems in anime, saying that all anime takes place in Japan.
What? Yo, who is this? Who is this black queen doing this reaction? Who is this?
Fullmetal Alchemist, for instance, takes place in a small town in Europe in 1910, and Edward and Alphonse Elric are classified as Caucasian boys. Princess Tutu uses classical music composed by Tchaikovsky, Wagner, Rimsky-Korsakov, Bizet, and European fairy tales, as well as ballet being central to the story. Even Pokemon's dragons resemble creatures of Western folklore, even though they are portrayed as their own species. According to Amy Sharong Liu in her article, The Many Faces of Internationalization in Anime, from the very beginning, Pokemon was intended in part for export, and the production team aimed for a universal feel acceptable to international audiences.
Okay, that's something I didn't know because, like, even though Pokemon was a hit, like with the cards and the video game or whatnot, I didn't know that they purposely made it like that to appeal for a worldwide audience.
Explains how the cultural discount theory is applied to anime's international appeal, to depoliticize internationalization and remove cultural barriers to make anime more appealing to international audiences. This makes quite a few anime de-Japanized, which makes sense considering directors such as Mamoru Oshii say that anime is offering an alternative world to the audience. The closest equivalent Orientalist in the West is the concept of Occidentalism, which is a set of attributes such as arrogance, feebleness, greed, depravity, and decadence, which are invoked as typically Western or even American characteristics. It involves a set of stereotypical depictions of supposedly Western characters, usually in a negative sense. While Orientalism works to create a center of power in the West, Occidentalism tries to do the same in the East. So Orientalism represents Asia through a Western nation lens that infantilizes them, and Occidentalism is Eastern nations taking stereotypes of Western people and defining them by it. Liu even argued that Occidentalism causes explicit or implicit demonization of the West and refers to actual nations like America. She also notes that this is a form of nationalism, which paints Japan as the saviors of humanity trying to fend off America's hegemony. This is especially true with science fiction works like Ghost in the Shell, where the puppet master is the main enemy born in the US. We also cannot forget about the blatant whitewashing in Scarlett Johansson's casting of Motoko Kusanagi during the live-action film. That was a long tangent, and
I don't think in Ghost in the Shell, I'm not defending Ghost in the Shell or anything like that. I don't think in Ghost in the Shell we know her race. I just think she's just like assumed to be Japanese. But they made her like Chinese in the movie or whatnot. It's something that was super convoluted.
I'm trying not to stray too far from this video, which is anti-blackness in anime, but from my perspective, this is where it stems from. One thing the anime industry started getting critiqued for was its black character designs. It was around the time that Dragon Ball Z came out with its abysmal design.
Hey, Mr. Popo! It's Mr. Popo! Hi. Man, it's still funny as fuck they turned Mr. Popo into an actual demon in the Bridge series and whatnot. And I have to keep the blue version too, which is weird. But no, fucking yeah. I wish you would have did Macross though, cause I think that's a good representation of what a black woman is. But then again, I was a child. Maybe I need to rewatch it again. Maybe it's bad or whatnot. But like, I'm not sure. It's been a while since I watched Macross.
For Mr. Popo. But I do feel that Toei Animation animating Mr. Popo like that made the studio understand why it was offensive and hasn't animated black characters like that since. But there is more where that came from. Rugula from Pokemon. Her design is just devastating. There has also been some.
Wait, don't they mean? Well, I know her name, her Japanese name is Rugula, but that's Jinx, fam. I think she's supposed to be the Garu girl archetype, but like that's what people say. But a lot of people saw it as this blackface or whatnot because of how she looks. If they would have had her face a different color, understand we probably wouldn't have seen it that way. Or you know what? If they had her ass brown, it still wouldn't be fucked. It's wouldn't fucked if you did, fucked if you don't.
Controversy over Super Alloy Darkshine from One Punch Man being a blackface character. I want to look at a few examples here because although many series are guilty of this, I think these series sparked the most controversy. There was always something off about Simon.
Where's Togen Tenge?
From Durarara. And it wasn't his behavior or character traits because I quite liked him actually. I first watched the series when I was 13, so it was quite some time ago. But now revisiting it, Durarara was definitely inspired by blackface for part of Simon's character design. Simon is a black Russian merchant in the city of Ikebukuro. He's perceived to be intimidating by Mikado and Masayomi. Since he is a secondary character, we usually see him every now and then. Other than his character design, people seem to be quite pleased with him. He is very nice, wise.
He has a do-rag though. No, I'm kidding.
And has good intentions for the most part. He usually stops fights happening in the city, and every character from Shizuo to Izaya have a personal connection to him. But that didn't stop fans from gaslighting black people who called out the racism. There are other problems with this character, specifically how the writers depict foreigners who can't speak Japanese. In the first episode, Simon uses the Japanese phrase Hisashiburi, which translates to long time no see when he first meets Mikado.
Oni-san, hisashiburi.
Excuse me, Simon? You've met Mikado before? Later
That's weird.
in the episode, Simon is speaking Russian to another character, and it's not addressed in future episodes why his switching languages took place. This can lead people to not fully understanding the meaning behind Simon's language barrier, implying that all foreigners who come to Japan for the first time won't be able to speak the language. In a Tumblr post titled Foreigners in Anime and Manga, an anonymous blogger writes, "As a foreign student in Japan, I often see myself and others confronted with people trying to address us in English and being extremely surprised when we talk to them in Japanese."
Yeah, because I'm gonna be devil's advocate. It's fucking when you speak to somebody in their native language, they'll see they're like, oh, you know how to speak our tongue. That's kind of unique and different. Usually we're forced to speak like English or whatnot, which is what people are used to speaking when towards like black people or towards like those who are non-Japanese who look like they only speak English or whatnot. But it's really shocking to them when you come out and speak dead ass full Mandarin or dead ass full Japanese with slang. Like I used to watch videos like that and stuff like that where like the guy goes to like a restaurant or something of that city or that out of the United States or in like a foreign country and like would speak the native tongue and the whole restaurant's just shocked.
A character like Simon, in my opinion, can increase the cliche of the foreigner who can't speak Japanese, and the argument that no foreigner will ever be able to speak Japanese like a Japanese person even more. The comment on him speaking Russian I mentioned above also seems to imply that he is unable to correctly express his personality in Japanese. If I go to extremes, the reason for this might be that he is not Japanese, and thus has no Japanese brain. Also, keep in mind that this blog was made in 2012, so I'm sure things have changed. But it's important to understand the context of when
Racism never changes.
That there was some cultural insensitivity in Simon's character. And this is not as one-sided as you might think. Another anonymous blog post reads, "The character Simon from Durarara has been making me feel uncomfortable for a while because of his resemblance to blackface characters. But is it really my place to feel anything towards these? It's my first inclination to treat it as the same racist material that originates in the US. But then I think that I have no right to negotiate the racial politics of a non-white nation, when, as a white person, I'm helping to contribute to white supremacy." Unfortunately, this was the tame side of this section.
Oh, well, no.
With all that said, I gotta talk about the elephant in the room. Alright, let's get heavy. Sister Crone. Okay, this is personal, and it's the primary reason why I wanted to make an anti-blackness in the anime industry video. The reception of this character is kind of a unique situation. It's pretty much 50-50 on both sides of the argument. I will explore both sides of this argument, but to be fair to myself, I will explain why Sister Crone from the Promised Neverland did not represent black people well. On one side of the
Bro,
argument,
she's a
you
fucking
have people
Terminator.
saying that her character was racially motivated. The reasoning is that Crone's character design is heavily inspired by minstrel shows. She is the embodiment of a mammy, literally. If you hold a picture of Aunt Jemima, you'll see the resemblance.
The issue with framing problematic tropes in terms of how offensive they are is that it ignores
Who's
the
this
far
guy?
more important analysis. How does this work cause harm? Offensiveness as a heuristic is overly focused on the individual impact, rather than the societal one. In this case, the show is harmful in that it reproduces common stereotypes about black women, subtly warping their images to those outside the group, and calling to mind often traumatic experiences to those inside of it.
But some fans have a counter-argument to this, saying that Aunt Jemima was never quote-unquote thought in a negative light. To an extent, yes, this is true about her being sweet, jolly, good-tempered, and more polite than the traditional mammy. However, if you're insinuating that all black women in 2022 would want to be referred to as Aunt Jemima, then I think you're sorely oversimplifying the issue. It's not Nancy Green, who played Aunt Jemima, that some black people have an issue with. It's her brand image that perpetuates a fantasy for white people to justify the enslavement of black people. Cultural historian and author Michael Twitty notes in an NBC article that Aunt Jemima, Uncle Ben, and Rastus, the cream of wheat man, were actually meant to be stand-ins for what white people viewed as a generation of formerly enslaved black cooks now lost to them. As mascots, they were designed to be perceived by those white people as nothing more, and to have wanted to be nothing more than loyal servants in a frightening time of growing black equality and empowerment. So I don't think it's nuanced enough to say that Aunt Jemima wasn't a product of racism, even though she was loved by many. And finally, Crone feeds into some harmful stereotypes of the strong, aggressive, and sassy black woman. By the way, this never came from any real truth about black women, but I digress. On the other hand, you have people
My wings are
justifying
done.
the portrayal,
I'm letting them cool off in the
saying that
refrigerator
it's
right
a
now.
part of her character. Their exaggerated facial features are a part of the horror lore of the show, and manga writer Kaiju Shirai had no malicious intent behind the design of Sister Crone. Crone, as a character, wants to become a mother at any cost. She is introduced to the story in the second episode, when Mother Isabel enlists her to watch the children. Crone's goal is to expose the corruption in the farm system, to overthrow Mother Isabel, so that she can become a mother. From there, we can see that Crone is another antagonist. And I will give credit where credit is due.
Dude gave her big ass fucking lips, bro.
They made her very sympathetic, and I appreciate that. Like, I was rooting for her to achieve her goal, and from a writing standpoint, Crone is a complex character. However, she is often in the shadows of Mother Isabel's story, and the storylines that do involve her character rely on the masculinization of her body, specifically her speed and upper body strength. I'm sure we are well aware that black women's bodies have been masculinized in our society for decades.
Yes, they
black
have.
women's bodies have historically been exploited and objectified. Something very interesting about Crone is that Shirai likes to have it both ways. His objective with Crone is to make her a victim of the system that she's been raised in. She has morals, showing them discreetly. By the end of her time on the show, she helps Norman, Emma, and Ray plan their escape. But also, Shirai wants to portray Crone as someone sadistic, aggressive, and insane, which makes her character very frustrating to some black people, because once she became a likable character, well,
no, they
we all
killed her.
know what happened, but I'll talk about that later.
The aliens
this
got her,
issue
guys.
got brought up to the forefront last year. If you haven't heard of this already, let me set the scene. In April 2021, an Annie 2
I forgot who this guy is.
YouTuber by the name of Neuralities posted a video called I'm Worried About Cancel Culture,
I'm gonna watch that
where
video.
they discuss some harmful stereotypes that have been placed in certain anime, The Promised Neverland being one of the biggest offenders for its portrayal of Sister Crone, because it perpetuates some very harmful stereotypes of black women. And immediately after they uploaded the video, the entire AniTube community called bullshit. Many creators were making response videos trying to convince their audience that they were wrong about Crone's character.
I liked The Promised Neverland, but its depictions of Sister Crone reinforced awful racist imagery of black people, which is harmful to black people.
Okay, here's a little Easter egg for you guys who don't know what I look like, but I'm black. Sister Crone isn't offensive in any way. It doesn't reinforce any racist ideals, and I never once got off-put by how she looks in the show. And if you want to use the example that because she had exaggerated details to make her look like the old blackface characters from back then, Isabelle had exaggerated details on her face too. And if you want to point to her large lips, guess what? My lips are fucking massive. My nose is big, just like hers. While it may seem offensive to you, it didn't seem offensive to me. She just seemed like a normal, drawn black character, and I didn't have a problem with that.
Comments range from fans saying what is considered anti-blackness in America is different in Japan, and that black people need to be grateful that there is a black character in a Japanese production.
Grateful?
Or most black people have bulging eyes and large lips. To be fair, on average, black people tend to have larger lips. And I think some of these creators understand that they can't generalize an entire race. But my thing is like, why do the writers need to rely heavily on Crone's facial features to make her scary? Mother Isabelle, the light-skinned woman, is also portrayed as scary and does even worse things in my opinion. She literally breaks Emma's leg nearing the end of season 1, but the writers successfully humanized her and gave us a reason for her motivations. And, as you might have noticed, most of the claims of Sister Crone's character not being racially stereotyped are made by men.
Damn, really? Didn't know they were made by men. That's crazy.
Yeah, something about that doesn't feel quite right. In my humble opinion, black female anime fans should be the opinions that are leading the conversation.
Sister Crone's character is something that's very, very bothersome to me because a lot of people were talking about how they were like, you know how people say something about how black people need to be grateful? They were like, y'all should be grateful that they put a black person in this show. And I'm like, no, this is minstrelsy. Minstrelsy is literally
exactly.
I'm telling you, if more people actually did their damn research about minstrelsy, I'm telling if really y'all did more y'all research on minstrelsy, you'll see why we can't stand like people like Aquafina. Like I said, Sister Crone's basically a mammy. That's what we call a mammy.
Literally.
She literally didn't have time for herself and was always taking care of other people. And then, like you said, they killed her in the end. And I was like, oh, they just wanted to get rid of her because they were like, oh, she serves no more purpose. She's gone. She's done.
Yeah.
So of course it was
Yeah, get the
racially
fuck outta here.
motivated because even if she like her design alone just gave it away that was racially motivated, and if they made her look like an actual black person and not like a clown like they think we look like.
The thing is, like, they're the ones who are going to get the mic first because their only marginalization is their blackness, and so because that they're going to look over all of us and pick them first because even though they're black, they're still straight.
She's about to. I know I paused it when she said straight, but Oh my god, so delicious. What does straightness have to do with this?
And a male. And I think that also plays into like when we talk about representation, like you were saying with the first question in media, and the idea that like there's not many black people behind the scenes. if they're gonna pick anyone, it's gonna be a black man. And even if the character was like, if Sister Crone was drawn by someone who was black, it's most likely it would have been a black man, and it still would have came off that way because black men still tend to feed into the idea. I mean, we can get into a whole Tyler Perry conversation about how they still depict black women and queer black people in negative lights within those like minstrelsy tropes. When you look at,
I don't think so, but then again, holy shit, hold on, fucking window went missing. Hold on, there we go. Fucking, I don't think it's just all black men. I just think it's a certain group of black men that does that.
like a lot of comedians, even some YouTubers that are black men, the butt of the joke does tend to be black women. And so it kind of makes sense when they grew up on that type of humor that black women were always depicted as like Sister Chrome, or they were always depicted as like angry or loud or sassy or things, especially the darker the skin, the more likely she is to be depicted like that. You know, it makes sense why they don't see a problem with it because they have that internalized anti-blackness already. They already have that internalized misogynoir. So I'm not surprised that they're like, what do you guys
Mic off.
because to them that's how they, for some of them that's really how they view black women. Like when we call these things out about like characters that are like straight up menstrual characters and people are like, no, it's not, it's because that's how some people really view black people, so they don't see a problem with it. But that's the problem. If y'all don't find characters like that alarming, that's a problem.
It's very obvious that they don't care about the character. She has no characterization. Like you look at the other main female lead, like yes, she's a villain too, but look at how sympathetic she becomes and how much her character grows versus Sister Crone, literally just here to be scary. She has these very overemphasized facial features, and if you read the manga, it's a lot worse. Like her features are actually more distorted. Like she's there to be both scary and also something for comedic effect. Like, and you notice, like I said, she doesn't really have much of a story of her own, and she died.
So, as you can see, there are black people, specifically black women, who were offended by the portrayal of Sister Crone's character. People tend to forget that we can have a complex black character and not be racially drawn in. It doesn't have to be one or the other, and that's not asking for the bare minimum. And even if we take the overt racism
Mic on.
Is he gonna talk about Attack on Titan? Because that shit was funny.
Out of the picture, my point still stands because Crone is subject to tokenism, especially considering that she got killed off in episode 8 and never got the opportunity to become a mother, which makes me think, and I hope I'm wrong, but it makes me think that the writers used her for the horror appeal of the story, rather than give her good representation. Black women in horror cinema have often been portrayed with racial stereotyping, and usually are killed off before their white and lighter skinned counterparts.
If and when black women are in a horror movie, they're usually not the main character. Sometimes we might get lucky enough to be the antagonist. Other times they're like that weird magical Negro character. We know everything about this cursed object and we're like, no, white kids don't touch the cursed object, don't. And then they do it anyway and we die. What, you think I watch Alien vs. Predator so much for my fucking health? Because I do. I mean, it's the only black final girl I have.
Just in case you still think I'm being overdramatic, let's explore what happened in the casting room for the Promised Neverland live-action adaptation. The English dub for the anime cast Rebecca Thomas, who is a black woman. However, when it came to the live-action, actress...
Is that an Asian woman? Hold the fuck on. Is that an Asian woman? She's light skinned as fuck if she's black though.
Naomi Watanabe was cast in the role. We could use the argument that only 0.2% of the Japanese population are black. So, sure, maybe it would be difficult to find someone to fill this role. But that's a big if. And even though Rebecca Thomas brought Sister Crone to life beautifully, that does not excuse the fact that in the live action, a black woman was erased from a story. I've talked about this in numerous videos on my channel, but it's really important to emphasize that tokenism is not good representation. There is a term for what happened here: symbolic annihilation, where a certain demographic of people, based on their race, sex, sexual orientation, and socioeconomic status are so lacking in positive representation that they won't receive any representation at all, thus being erased from media. Firstly, the directors did a disservice to Crone for casting her this way. And I know had she been cast as a black woman, the vitriol and treatment the actress would have received would have been far worse. There are
Facts. Because oh man. How long you staying up till? For a while. Until I actually get sleepy or whatnot. Woo, this is hot. Woo, fuck, this is hot. Oh, oh shit. His mama's fuck though. I made some spicy wings. Woo, shit. And my lips are burning. Ooh, shit. I took some volcano sauce on these noodles that I had. Woo. But no, yeah, like this sucks that we just like not just we're just liked because of our skin color, you know? That's how we seen through like media and shit like that. But
black actresses received would have been far worse. There are black actresses in Japan who could have filled that role. So saying that there are no black people who live in Japan to justify this casting
I have a counter to that. Is she good for the role though? That's the thing, because people like as long as she's good for a role, play the role, yes. But woo, shit, this is hot. Give me like 2 seconds. God damn. It's not even that spicy. It just stings a lot. I'm gonna give me some more too. But no, here's my counter argument. Fucking, is she good for the role? She's a good actress. Is she well known? Think about Hollywood and shit like that. They usually get stars who are well known, so you have that star power to get people to watch. Like perfect example, the Uncharted movie. Now, if now if Nathan Drake was played by, let's say, um mm, if Nathan Drake was played by the guy who played Sully and somebody else played Sully, that would have been like, okay representation or whatnot. But have um both Tom Arnold, who's at the peak of his career, and the guy who played Sully, I keep on forgetting his name, um in that same role or whatnot, gave it more star power. Like, because like are Japanese people gonna watch this because it's like a black girl in it or whatnot, or they're gonna watch it because like it's the manga or whatnot, and it's their favorite anime that's finally getting a movie adaptation. Oh my god, these wings! I got 3 wings left and they're all flats. Oh shit! All right, time to do my stupidest thing. Get my pitcher. Take out the top. Walk over here. Grab this. Gonna pour water into this. I'm gonna fill this bitch up. Oh my god, my nose is running. Nose running, arms arms sweating, mom spaghetti, vomit on my shirt, um, mom's ravioli. Damn, that's not gonna flip all the way. I have to come back and pour water into this pitcher. I would bring it with me, but I'd rather not, cause there's too much water in my PC. Oh shit! Come on, balance, 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 balance. I'm balancing this shit so I won't spill into the fucking pitcher or whatnot because the water here is not that good due to like old pipes and leakage and shit like that. Oh shit. Yeah, I'm gonna be saying
doesn't
that for a while.
really work here. And out of that 0.2 statistic I just mentioned, as of 2015, that equates to nearly 25,000 people. I mean, I don't know what planet y'all live on if you're gonna tell me that not one black woman could have performed this role.
Well, probably none of it's probably a small percentage that are actors and actresses, because there are male black actors that are in shows and stuff like that, like Kamen Rider. They hire like a lot of black people for Kamen Rider. It's crazy. When I'm talking about the two, I'm talking about the 18 black people that were on the show. Yes, 18. And there is black representation in acting and stuff like that. It's just like not really seen that much, you know?
Like, okay, you do you, boo. A lot of fans have been very vocal, especially on Twitter. They were furious with this casting choice. The blatant racism was written all over it. Now, I already hear your complaints. Okay, everyone is not gonna have the same opinion as you. Some people just didn't see the racial stereotyping, even black people. And sure, on an individual level, it's totally fine. I don't like blaming or shaming anyone on their views of a character. Quite a few of these characters, in fact, aren't even as stereotyped as Crone is unless you are actively doing the math. But it does annoy me when some fans take this reach and say that people calling out the racism are too sensitive or overdramatic. Because
we're victims.
They aren't. The Promised Neverland and Doo-Da-Da-Da are not isolated cases either. Love Lab, Panty and Stocking, and Terraformers all have
fucking Terraform? I totally forgot about those roach people.
Similar issues. Sadly, it doesn't stop there. There are some fans that will go as far and say that Crone is just a fictional character, and that not everything a writer does will affect reality. However, I don't think we can ignore the mediums that do affect reality. Media doesn't exist in a vacuum. Also, the whole notion of the "it's just fictional" argument is such a bizarre concept to me because...
Actually, no. To be honest, it is just fictional content because, yeah, it does affect us because look how Japanese people, or look how people outside of America sees us. But in the end of the day, I kind of do agree with him. But even though it is a fantasy character, it still affects us in a way to saying like, hey, that's a stereotype that's towards black people or whatnot.
I find it a little bit...
That's why I changed my mind about going to Japan.
Crazy to say that subject matter like blackface, minstrelsy, and racism is seen as only fictional because it's an animation. The way some of y'all gaslight us into thinking that this character is totally fine and that we're the problem for calling it out is just so disrespectful. I will never understand you people who do that. University of Pennsylvania's Africana Studies professor Donald Bogle talks extensively about the history of racial caricatures of black people in the cinema, which he outlined in his book Toms, Coons, Mulattoes, Mammies, and Bucks, an interpretive history of blacks in American films. He notes at the start of Chapter 3 during the 1930s in America, one of the only ways for black people to enter the film and TV industry was through playing characters like maids and servants, which is directly correlated to the and mammy caricature. Even the stereotypes during the 30s continued to plague black actors in performing roles for comic relief and being subject to the master-servant syndrome. Most notably, Stephen Fetchit's character roles in David Harum, The County Chairman, Judge Priest, and Steamboat Round the Bend. He was consistently shoved, pushed, and yelled at by Master Will Rogers to please his patrons. This alienated these actors from their black audience, since this representation was so offensive to them. And I'm just gonna quote this large chunk of reading because Bogle sums this up perfectly. quote, "No other period in motion picture history could boast more of black faces carrying mops and pails or lifting pots and pans than the Depression years. In the movies, as in the streets, it was a time when the only people without job worries were the maids, the butlers, the bootblacks, the busboys, the elevator men, the cooks, and the custodians. In almost any film of the period, from breezy, lighthearted comedies like It Happened One Night or 20th Century to super deluxe spectacles such as Gone with the Wind.
Gone with the Wind looks so fucking beautiful, dude.
Of the period, from breezy, lighthearted comedies like It Happened One Night or 20th Century to super deluxe.
Like, look how beautiful this Black Queen is. She have to play a role which is a mammy. Sucks.
Spectacles such as Gone with the Wind, a black face was bound to appear, and whether that face was seen for 2 minutes or 3.5 hours, it was invariably there to tidy up the house, cook a meal, or watch over the livery stables. With its servant syndrome, or perhaps in spite of it, the 1930s was for individual black performers a golden age. Admittedly, the black servants were repeatedly exploited and mistreated, and the black servant performers themselves were often criticized by their civil rights organizations for accepting such demeaning roles. But through their black characters, the actors accomplished the almost impossible. They proved single-handedly that the mythic types could be individualized and made, if not into things of beauty, then at least into things of joy. Almost every black actor of the period approached his role with a joy de vivre. The movies were never to be seen again. Indeed, the enthusiasm, the
fucking the 60s and the 70s, black exploitation. I want to watch another black exploitation film.
Actors poured into their characters seemed often to parallel their own gratitude that, at long last, blacks were working in films. Perhaps most significantly, because there were but 3 important black films in this decade. The era was distinguished.
Wow, was that Little Rascals?
Because there were but 3 important black films in this decade. The era.
That is Little Rascals. That's Buckwheat. Wow.
Was distinguished by personalities rather than pictures. It was in many respects a crucial, exasperating period because the emphasis fell so squarely on the shoulders of the black actors themselves. Without scripts to aid them and generally without even sympathetic directors or important roles, black actors in American films were compelled to rely on their own ingenuity to create memorable characters. End quote. I always wondered why some people can't see the parallels between these derogatory caricatures and how they're displayed in media. And it kinda boils down to offensive stereotypes being masked as good representation. On a brighter note, I thought a series that did a phenomenal job in portraying black characters was in Naruto.
Oh no! It's Naruto, guys! This nigga's from the Sound Village! Man, damn, there's better characters. But then again, the Sound Village was lit. Motherfuckers was like, hey fam, we about to roll up and give you these hands, and that's what they did.
Karui, Killer Bee, and the 4th.
Killer Bee's the GOAT, deadass. I'm gonna say this right now, even though I hate the series, Killer Bee's the fucking GOAT.
Raikage are given plenty of screen time and aren't drawn or cast in with racial stereotyping.
Nigga used to beatbox jujitsus.
Omui and Killer Bee in particular are given loads of character development, especially during the 4th Great Ninja War. So it's a bit reductive to say that characters like Simon and Sister Crone are good representations of black people when there are series like Carolyn Tuesday, Black Lagoon, Hunter Hunter.
Oh shit, he actually mentions Black Lagoon.
And Michiko and Hunter.
Okay, Michiko and this anime right here, people should actually sit down and watch this anime because it's actually pretty good. It's about the main character is the little light-skinned mixed girl right here, and it's like a quote-unquote little bit of Cinderella story, but like I think she's ambiguous, but it's obviously found out that she's a girl. I think it starts out as her being ambiguous or something like that.
That are far outperforming them.
Cosplay and celebrities. Here we go! Because we're going to talk about fucking how people just hate black people for cosplaying as their favorite character and be like, oh, you trying to blackwash your character. Be like, motherfucker, let motherfuckers cosplay. That's what it is. It's costume playing. That's all what it is. Don't get mad because the person's skin color is different from your favorite fucking character. The fuck do you mean, bro?
On June 19th, 2020.
Oh no, not this. Oh fuck. The fake. This is what made me lost my faith in the fake community.
22-year-old UK model and student Charlene was revealed to have received racist comments on dressing up as Rin Toshikaka from Fate Stay Night. Her response started out very positive. However, over the course of several hours, her comment section turned into sewage. People asked her why she dressed up as a Japanese character, which is pretty weird considering that
praise white people though for dressing up as Japanese characters.
We can flip that question around when you are dressing up as a Japanese character, because a lot of these people that are making these claims on black cosplayers are not Japanese themselves. One Charlene shared the screenshots of the comments she received. Other aspiring black.
Now, mind you, I do hate when like quote unquote woke artists try to change art and try to make it black because it's kind of fucked up towards the artist or whatnot. But like, if the art is done in just and not fixing somebody else's art, if the art's made with turning a character black, fine. But if somebody takes somebody else's artwork and then turn that character black, that's kind of fucked up.
Cosplayers
talking about here, I fixed it.
Express similar sentiments. Black women cosplayers are forced to deal with sexism, racism, body shaming, and colorism. Another one said, I want to participate more frequently in different fandoms, but I'm finding it harder and harder to ignore the misogynoir in most media content. Kel wrote, even though these women are confined to the loads of hate they receive on the internet for their cosplays, which is quite amazing, I might add.
Yeah, there's a lot of black cosplayers out there that look fucking bomb as fuck. Not even the lewd ones. I'm talking about just fucking like the British chick who I think we did cover this on the podcast actually. But that British chick who dressed up as fucking home chick from Fate. Bro, fucking the hate that she got towards her way was fucking horrible, bro. And I don't wish that on any of my enemies because that's fucked up, bro. It's real fucked up to go inside some DMs just because somebody's like skin color is just slightly fucking darker than the character that you enjoy. Like, fuck out of here. I wish we could just filter those niggas out. Just filter them directly out of the fucking community. But no, we can't because you know what? People are gonna fucking just be in here and just be racist even though they fucking like Japanese anime. How the fuck you like Japanese anime but be fucking racist? I never understood this shit. Why? Why the fuck does this always fucking happen? I never understood. We're in a year where we have the lush of fucking knowledge and to learn this shit, but we still choose fucking segregation. I don't understand this shit. Why is there so much fucking hate? Probably because the whole thing with the internet and shit and able to be anonymous and not be able to get fucking your address put out there or your shit put out there or people just not caring because some of these shit is just like the spec and the fucking in the cloud or whatnot and all that shit. But seriously, we have the community need to just come to fucking together. And I know I'm sounding like fucking what's that dude's name? Fucking Tariq Rashid and Dr. Umar Johnson, but when it comes to fucking being inside a fucking community that's fucking like, you know, from overseas or whatnot, or don't like black people like that, we need to come together and actually start doing shit and actually like proving that we're not better, but we're able to be just as great as y'all.
They continue pursuing this because
it's just fucking stupid for people to just attack somebody just because of their fucking skin color. And yeah, I may say fucking white racist jokes and shit, but I understand that not every fucking white person is fucking evil. It's individuals that are fucking evil. Remember, racism is taught. You can be untaught racism. Did you know that? You could be not racist and learn how to not be racist. It's just really fucking simple. But no, motherfuckers choose racism anyway. This is fucking stupid. Oh, it'll be itchy on the internet and shit. Like, has somebody who used to be a part of the Halo community and used to be inside those fucking lobbies and shit, and who plays fucking shit like Counter-Strike, it's fucking annoying a motherfucker talking about, oh, this hard R is in our game, get him, call them all kinds of racist obscene and all this shit, because it's offensive and shit like that. But when they get famous, get caught, then they want to say fucking sorry. That's why I don't like certain content creators or whatnot that use the term hard R and then apologizing once they think they were supposed to, once they think once they get the hate for it and shit like that. Fuck those content creators, B.
It is their passion and won't let anything stand in their way. In
Yes, I'm being fucking passionate. Eat my ass.
August of this year, Impact made an Instagram post talking about anti-blackness in anime.
Yeah, I remember this shit.
Specifically fandom and cosplay spaces. Many stories were
Yeah, so we did cover that because I read from that article. I think that was season 7?
Were made about racism in the anime community. One of them reading, "When I cosplayed as
Oh no! Yeah! Fucking
Sailor Moon, people would leave comments referring to me as a blank moon or calling me the black version of the said character. I don't let racism limit me from dressing up as whatever character.
Yeah, don't ever let racism limit you to do whatever the fuck you want. If you feel that what you did is good and people are on your side about it and loving you and stuff like that, take that shit and run with it. Don't let these toxic motherfuckers in this community make you feel bad or feel worse just because of the color of your fucking skin. And if they do try to do that, fucking tell them to eat ass and call them a snow monkey or an Omeo roach. Sometimes that shit works. We can't call them crackers or honkies anymore because they don't know what that shit means, and it doesn't really affect them that much because they really see cracker like how we use nigga, like dead ass.
Character I want to, and not just the visibly black ones. The gatekeepers don't seem to understand that cosplay applies to all and not just some. And from research and experience in these fandoms, this seems to be a running theme when people call out racism in fandom and cosplay spaces. If a black person feels uncomfortable with non-black fans saying, why are they wearing an afro or their natural hair?
Nah, we need to go to Attack on Titan where whole chick asked why we were black, and my dude went full religious on her ass, which is crazy. Hold on. We're just gonna do a little bit segue right here. Wait, is that the meme right there? Hold on. Shit, hold on. Fucking speakers are fucking flipping around and shit. Alright.
Why is your skin so dark on Yon Capone?
Oh shit, this is the Japanese, this is the English version. They didn't do the whole black version where they had the subs where it says why are you dark or black.
Because our creator thought that things would be more interesting if the world were occupied by many kinds of people. I'd say that applies to you subjects of Ymir as well. We exist because we were wanted.
Wait, we were created? By who?
By the one who gave power to your founder Ymir. It was God.
Why is
With totally fucking religious. Hold on.
知らないことだらけだった。ところで、おにゃんぽこんはなんで肌が黒いのですか？
You know what's funny? That reaction though. He's like, and you know what? Fucking good reply though. Dead ass.
俺たちを作ったやつはこう考える。いろんなやつがいた方が面白いってな。君たちユミルの民も同じさ。
By the way, only Japanese person. I think he's supposed to be like, I think he's supposed to be like German or European or whatnot, and everybody else is like mixed, I believe. I think he's supposed to be Mexican. Cause within the world, Attack on Titan is it's already end of the world or whatnot, and like there's a lot of people who are just mixed or whatnot, which is wild. What was even wilder, there was a whole world out there besides the Titans attacking these guys. I thought they were the only ones that were left. But no, there were more people.
そうユミルに力を与えた存在。神だよ。そう考えるやつもいる。考えるだけなら自由だろ。
But no, fucking, I hope he talks about this in this video.
That should end the conversation right then and there. They are still very recognizable with the character that they are portraying. As I said earlier, I have personal experience in being in these fandoms. Fans will preach all sorts of inclusive empowerment crap on
Hell yeah.
Discord servers, yet talk shit about people and creators on other social media, especially Twitter, and also purposely and tactfully using double standards when non-black people engage in cosplay. Colorism is another issue, especially in fan art and gyaru subculture. Whitewashed fan art of black characters is a form of colorism. Veritas Joe talked about this at length in one of his videos, but the representation of black characters in anime is already extremely slim. There is really no reason to lighten a black character's skin tone, especially if they are of darker complexion.
And I think that kind of connects to like the idea you were saying earlier about like the white features that a lot of animation takes on, and like that idea if because most of the fan base usually gets ruined because white people are in it. But a lot of the international fans are white. And so the question is, if they didn't feel like if those characters weren't depicted with features that are more similar to Europeans, would they feel so welcomed? Because immediately when you said that, I thought about cosplay and how one of the people that I invited to come to this talk, they have had serious issues on TikTok when it comes to, you know, being a black cosplayer and how white people treat them, about how you can't cosplay this character, you can't cosplay that character, they're not black, they're not black. Well, are they necessarily white? And they feel like they are, and so they feel invited into those spaces. But if the characters weren't depicted in a way where they feel like they're entitled to the space, would that change? And I don't want to impose a question, but that's my little rhetorical question about it, because I feel like it wouldn't. Because where there's like whiteness and whiteness is considered better, or like, you know, white supremacy is kind of upholded, there's anti-blackness. Like that's automatically the default. Where there is white supremacy, there's anti-blackness. There's no, it's not if or that's how it is.
This isn't just limited to the general public. Many black celebrities have been noted to be very inspired.
After this, we're gonna watch Kamen Rider.
By anime. Pharrell Williams' music video for It Girl heavily relied on anime and cartoons. He even had renowned Japanese artist Takashi Murakami
really?
to create the video.
Oh,
the
yeah,
Weeknd
that's definitely
teamed
him.
up with the first black-owned Japanese studio, Dart Chitaijo, to make his music video for his song Snow Child. Megan Thee Stallion has been on record saying My Hero Academia inspired her, citing that the character Midoriya applies to her life. Even Michael B. Jordan launched an
Of course this nigga's a weeb. He was a nerd in high school. They were teasing this nigga. Now look at him. This nigga in movies. Deadass, that interview that he did with that chick, he was like, I used to tease you in high school. He was like, yep. And she tried to get close to him, was like, nah, it's that, you know what's funny? There's this meme picture that used to go around in like the early 2000s of this black nerdy dude like trying to like simp for this woman carrying her books or whatnot while she fucking around with Tyrone and shit like that. It's basically incel fuel, but hear me out. It cuts to another picture that says 10 years later, and she's like, oh, I remember you, and she's like fucking super pregnant, fucking ghetto, fucking turned out and shit like that. And the nerdy guy, he's like dressed up like Kevin Samuels, and he has money and shit like that, talking about I remember you, that nerdy dude. Hey, you still want some? And the chick was like, hey, you that nerdy dude from high school. You still want some of this pussy? Da, 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 da. I always liked you and all that. And he's like, get away from me, Shaniqua. And I'm like, yo. And I got to find that picture. Hold on real quick. I got to ask the chat real quick. I got to hop in the Discord real quick. Be right back.
ご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りしました。
Check my comprehensive catalog of crafts. I'm daft, I battle all like I don't have it all. Avant-garde, Battlestar Galactica, got rhymes per capita. I'm shining through the aperture, but I'm not gonna.
Figured out that Idris Elba was British.
Oh, that fucked me up. That fucks me up.
That's no caps for ya. That's another genre. I'm the black bomber, track charmer, sack burner, distract burdens. If it ain't that urgent, nerve prince, word sentinel, invisible, infidel, interstellar, hella clever endeavors, immeasurable with only heaven.
Music power. boy has the right to dream. There are endless possibilities stretched out before him.
You have to trust in your own power.
Whatever happens from now on, you stand firm and face your destiny without fear, but with courage.
What awaits him down the path, he will then have to choose.
No one's gonna give you a map. You've gotta walk your own path.
The children leave their homes in search of this quest.
What is thy desire?
As they search, they are always asking questions. What's out there? What's waiting for me?
Why was I made? Who made me? And what did they make me for?
Are you gonna go up into space with your old man or not? Maybe I'll never get over this. I've lived my life following my dreams, and I don't have any regrets.
You're gonna just keep running away?
Just keep running away? I'm not running.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Believe in yourself and create your own destiny. Don't fear failure.
But yeah, let's get
Slice of life anime.
all right. With some help from the Album and Preach community, I've acquired the meme, and the meme is this one right here. Where's it? Downloads. Let me make sure I have no lolicon or no horse porn on my downloads folder. That shit's wild. Let's see here. So it's this right here, this photo. So basically, she's like, yeah, he's nothing but a friend or whatnot. Basically, it's the one meme that from that one song, and he's like, he got the Lamborghini just like Kevin Samuels, the Lamborghini and everything, bro. Thanks this guy for fucking finding the fucking blank format for this, because I was looking for this shit low key. But no, don't put soap in me. Hold on, what's in here by the way? Applications. Gifts. Okay, so that's Kami Ninja. I need to watch that again. That shit was actually a fun animation. PNGs. Hey, I actually got this. What is this? Oh yeah, so this is something I got from 4chan or whatnot. I actually do like this shit. I'm gonna keep it. Narcotics possession, sexual misconduct. What is here? Renoir, bat wings. Dot 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 dot. What is this? Twitch chat question? Is these just JPEGs? None of the fuck? Hold on. Oh, okay. Alright. I know I'm gonna use that for. That's gonna be something for the future of the stream.
Entire clothing collection inspired by Naruto Shippuden. Black people have always loved anime. We've always loved to dress up.
Whoa, it's our black exploitation film. Like, fucking, if we didn't have Goku or Sailor Moon, we would have fucking people like the Mac and I was about to say Black Dynamite, but the guy from what's that guy who did the first black exploitation film? The one that inspired like Black Dynamite and shit like that. I can't think of his name, but I gotta watch that shit.
And cosplay. However, since we are not light skinned, we often receive negative comments and are excluded from the community.
And that's the thing too. Like, mind you, even the black community, we don't actually hate light skinned people. We just use it as a joke or whatnot. We love our light skinned people, our dark skinned people. We love everybody who's black or whatnot. We just crack jokes because we that kind of people who are the roasting race. Like, notice, when we get on somebody, we roast the fucking shit out of them. When we're done roasting this motherfucker or cooking these niggas, it's fucking well done, my guy. We don't keep that shit medium rare. Nah, we make sure that shit well done.
It's easy to see why black fans create their own fandom and cosplay spaces to escape the harassment. But
true. the Black VTuber Awards.
It doesn't sit well with me that we have to separate ourselves just to receive basic respect and kindness.
Hey, yo, you know what? That needs to be clipped. Hold on. Hold on, hold on. Hold on, hold on.
Play. However, since we are not light skinned, we always love to dress anime. We've always loved anime. People have always loved higher class.
Hold on. Gotta get this just right.
Black people have always loved anime. We've always loved to dress up and cosplay. However, since we are not light skinned, we often receive negative comments and are excluded from the community. It's easy to see why black fans create their own fandom and cosplay spaces to escape the harassment. But it doesn't sit well with me that we have to separate ourselves just to receive basic respect and kindness. Shippuden. Black people have always loved anime. We've always loved to dress up and cosplay. However, since we are not light skinned, we often receive negative comments and are excluded from the community. It's easy to see why black fans create their own fandom and cosplay spaces to escape the harassment. But it doesn't sit well with me that we have to separate ourselves just to receive basic respect and kindness. Black people. So, whose responsibility is it to ensure that we get good representation? Fellow anime fans, manga writers, studio owners? The answer, of course, is all of the above. The likelihood of that happening is pretty slim, but that doesn't mean that we haven't changed the way that we talk about these issues. The final frontier of anti-blackness in anime is far from fandom and fictional characters. It's the notion that escapism can overlook these harmful actions and portrayals. We shouldn't have to bring race in when we talk about anime.
No, we don't. Like, not even saying if we have proper representation, because we do have proper representation in anime. It's just that gets like overlooked sometimes for the non-proper shit. Like, for example, when we was talking about the Wonderland animation or whatnot, which I need to fully finish because I didn't watch season 2 at all. After the black character, I was like, kind of drop this shit, bro. Not gonna lie, but like the Promised Neverland. That's what it's called. I keep on getting it wrong. But no, like he's 100% right. We have to make these spaces in order to feel like we're not going to get ostracized by anybody else inside the community. Because once we do, and the fucked up part is, we still do get retaliation for making these sections or whatnot. I've been told to a rumor that there has been a black Discord for VTubers for about X amount of years. I heard the shit like before COVID, right? And now I can't even find the shit. I don't know where the fuck it's at. I'm dead ass about to make my own black VTuber fucking Discord in a bit. Yeah, I said it. But like no fam, it's just this is kind of fucked up, man. We just dislike for no reason. And then we're told to make our own spaces and do our own thing. We do it and we still hate it for it and have people attack us for it.
Let's just enjoy the medium. Regardless if this is true, no medium is ever perfect because it is crafted by a human hand, which is naturally biased and prone to error. As much as we hate to admit it, most companies that try to be racially inclusive can fall into this hole of being performative. We see this in how Funimation promotes black voice actors.
Funimation? That company that's about to disappear in a couple of months? Damn, that's crazy.
However, we don't see them beyond their token representations. Danny Chambers, a voice actor at Funimation, said in an interview for Dean of the Geek, "We don't want to get cast just because we're the only POC available for this role. We want every opportunity to audition for whatever role there is, not just because we fit the mold of what they want." She continues, when it comes to anything that's fantasy, it should go beyond being limited to play just the minority characters. We should have access to everything, just like how everybody else does. So it's a matter of opportunity rather than a requirement. And this is what parts of the anime industry fail to consider, how black people feel in these spaces that claim to be inclusive for all. At the end of the day, what this really boils down to is that some fans just don't take animation and anime seriously. Why do you think we get arguments saying that it's just fictional or it's just a cartoon? It's simple.
Well, technically it's fictional cartoon, but that fictional stuff still affect us. It's how we're viewed by people. It's how the media portrays us and how others view us in media and stuff like that. Yes, it's a fantasy character and it's fucking just a cartoon at the end of the day, but still it still shows what racial stereotypes that we have as black people. I think I said that wrong, but yeah.
Some people just don't
Y'all
view
guys understand.
anime and animation seriously. Think about this for a second. If you were to tell a manga artist or animator that their work is just fictional, you realize, intentional or not, you are degrading their work and insulting what they do for a living. Okay, let's get personal for a second. Relating this back to black people calling out racism in anime. To put it bluntly, I, as a black person, have every right to call out racism that relates to black people. And that doesn't mean I am starting drama. End of story. It is time to let go of telling black people that they cannot call out racism that relates to black people, regardless of the medium. Whether you agree or disagree, black people have a right to call this out.
There's a whole section of that video where I was like, why is this a thing? And I was like, oh, this is global. This is a problem. I was like, everywhere you look, everywhere you go, like the Full House theme song, there's racism everywhere because white supremacy runs the world.
And we gotta call it out when it's out there. That's what staying woke means, bro.
People don't seem to realize that like our world is rooted in racism. There's racism literally everywhere, and people get mad that people are finally talking about it. Somebody was like, "Y'all need to shut up. Don't bring this shit to fandom. This is supposed to be a safe space." And I was like, "No, because a lot of y'all are using fandom to express that you
Yeah.
don't like black people. So that's where you're gonna get checked."
I've been making anime and pop culture video essays for about a year now. Obviously, I can't speak for everyone, and that is not the point of this video. However, when you are continuously told that you are being delusional, overdramatic, or too sensitive for calling out something as serious as racism, that is very hurtful. I was personally very hurt by some of the comments that I would receive when talking about characters like Sister Crone that bring in very harmful memories about the Mammy caricature. It's fine if you personally didn't see it. It's fine if you personally don't feel bothered by some of these things. But the problem arises when other people are trying to tell other black people who a lot of the time are not black that they should ignore the racism. And that's not acceptable. When you see other people devaluing your opinion on black representation in anime, then we have a problem and it needs to be addressed. Wow. That was a doozy.
Oh yeah, that was a whole fucking hour. And we still got one more. Oh, we got 20 minutes to go. I think I'm gonna end it here. I do want to watch The Birth of Kamen Rider. I do. I really, really do. But like, it's 12:40. I think I'm gonna come back a little bit later though. Dead ass.
I usually don't get this emotional in my videos, but with a topic like this, it is nearly impossible. So I hope you bore with me. I want to give a huge shout out to all the people that I interviewed for this video. Thank you so much, Hariana Hook, Ashley, Z, and My friend Colleen for keeping me mentally sane throughout this entire process.
GG's Basic Boy. Make sure you guys go to Basic Boy's channel, give him a like, follow, and maybe give him a like, follow, subscription, and remember your membership. Cause this is some quality A content right here, fam. But thank you for the content and me freebooting off of it. All right. With that said, I think I'm going to head the fuck out. Wait. Maybe I should head out. Maybe I should just come back to the stream a little bit later. But with that said, deuces.